those jeans.
You gotta go cut Instagram on.
All right, you ready? Because I'm about
What's he do when he do that? Is he?
scratching at the thing.
Oh, he's getting rid of the sand, probably. He do that like 3, 4 in the morning. You know that?
I know, I'll be hearing him.
What the fuck are you doing? Go to sleep.
All right, you ready? I'm about to go live on the ground.
I'm ready.
All right, boom. Intro. All right, welcome to Uncle Legend's Corner. I'll be your host, Uncle Legend, and with me always is my beautiful co-host, Call Girl 6, better known as Fox.
Hey y'all.
Bring it up. How you feeling, baby?
I feel good today. I'm a little tired. You know, we've been working and working it out.
Work it out.
So I feel a little drained today, but you know the show must go on.
Well, good. I'm glad you know it do.
Hey,
And
my
then
grandma say one monkey don't start no show, baby.
And there go Chris with the shenanigans.
Hey.
Already. Oh boy, I'm on your ass, bucko. All right.
Your ass, bucko.
First thing I want to talk about is
What's up, Fantastic Fanter?
First thing I want to talk about is something Chris just reminded me of.
What?
A rant I was going on before. First, cheers. To a good
Oh,
podcast.
cheers. Bing.
You see Fox big ass glass?
I only
That's
got
what
a little bit in
alcoholic
here.
is.
I only have a little bit in here for now.
All right. Captain America ain't shit. Chris just reminded me because I started the motor up, you know what I mean, engine running, oil pressure where it need to be at, and then here come and then Chris and you stopped me because you know where I was going with it. So Captain America ain't shit. What you think of Captain America as a hero,
I mean,
as an Avenger?
I think he's cool.
Yeah, I used to. So in the comic books, go ahead.
Like I said, I think that probably him and Homelander need to kind of switch a little bit.
Him and Homelander?
A little bit more angry and aggressive. And
Nah, Homelander
so.
Homelander a bitch.
I don't think he's a bitch.
A baby back bitch.
I don't think he's
Baby
a bitch.
back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, bitch.
think so.
Cause think about this. This
So
what
y'all
I'm
join in. This is not the subject for the night, but this is a little rant he wants to go on, okay? This is not the subject for the night.
Okay. Check this. Since we're gonna talk about Homelander being a bitch. We don't watch The Boys. If you ain't watched The Boys, I don't know. It might be a spoiler alert, but Homelander. What happened when the fake Captain America? What was the fake Captain America name on there? War Boy, fucking
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Tell him.
Soldier Boy, tell him. I'm surprised Soldier Boy ain't get on their ass about that, boy. I'm the first one to do this Soldier Boy shit. It was me. I was the first one. But as soon as he found out that Soldier Boy was coming out, he bitched up. He was like, everybody was leaving. He like, Noir, where's Noir? And now you a superhero. You got all these superpowers. You've been super since you was in the test tube. And you hear about one superhero getting loose. Superman ain't never even been a bitch like that.
Everybody is invincible or think they are until they see or they think they're bad until they find somebody who's better than them.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yes,
no,
that's exactly
not
what it is.
superheroes. We ain't talking about real people. We talking about fictional, damn near thinking they omnipotent characters. He's a bitch because I'm telling you right now, Batman ain't even afraid of Superman.
Batman think he a G. That's why.
Batman is a G to a certain extent, but that's a whole nother.
He don't have no super. He's not a superhero.
That's why he a G. Iron Man ain't got no superpowers either, and Iron Man saved the whole goddamn MCU.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? While Hulk was out here getting his shit rocked by Thanos ain't even had a whole gauntlet. He just had the Power Stone, and then here go Hulk. Yep, he ain't really an athlete. Piss down his legs, like Coach 30 be saying. Ain't really an athlete. The moment's too big. Piss down his legs. Get his shit rocked because he ain't got no hands. Got handled. Okay, let's go through Captain America's story through the MCU. Some shit. So you done seen all the Marvel movies pretty much, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. So Captain America Captain America, first Avenger. He come out. Boom. And now you know Captain America really don't be wanting to kill nobody. Back then, Captain America had a 45. Captain America run around in 1911, busting Nazi ass. America, motherfucker. Out here, pow, 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 shield to the neck. Pow, flip a tank. Let's do it. Then he get frozen in ice. Then he come out the ice. Been frozen ice, come out the ice. And then it's like, oh, I got to get the boys back together, this and that. No profanity, no nothing. You was just shooting Nazis in the face half a century ago.
Come clean now.
And now it's, oh, no profanity, this and that. But whatever. Okay, say you want to be wholesome. I get it. Turn over a new leaf. So then you get down with the Avengers. Tony Stark's your homeboy, right? Iron Man, your homeboy. So you drop everybody in the Avengers, drop all the justice as soon as you find out that your homeboy's still alive, who also got the Captain America serum. So now you get with your homeboy and you like, hey, man, fuck everybody else. I'm going to get my homeboy. His homeboy killed Tony Stark's parents.
Okay.
Killed Iron Man's parents. So this supposed to be your homie. Then you find out that your old homie came back and it's like, oh, fuck the new homie. He murdered your parents. We ain't even going to talk about it. I'm going to just hide it from you. I'm gonna leave your text on red.
That's why you mad.
Not even why you mad. Captain America does all of this shit, this and that, and this is why Tony Stark is actually a hero with no superpowers, and Captain America ain't shit. Captain America, all these powers, this, that, and the third, fighting, whatever. So what happens? You know, Thanos come through, smoke everybody boots, and then everybody lose their shit except for who? Tony Stark's. Tony Stark still got his girl. Tony Stark's got a kid, got a family. You know what I'm saying? He got a family, and they like, yo, let's go back in time. He like, fuck all that. I got a family, this and that. But Tony Stark's put all that on the line, knowing that he might lose his whole family to go back and save the half of the universe that Thanos wiped out. A real fucking hero. Sacrifice it all. And then they do all of that shit. They go back in time. They do this and that. They fight, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And then what do Captain America do? As soon as Tony Stark sacrifices himself, takes the damn gauntlet, I am Iron Man. Starts the whole goddamn multiverse thing going on, gives it all up, does everything. Tony Stark's lost his family, lost his life, lost everything. What's the first thing Captain America whole ass do when they come back from back in time? Go back in time to go find his old ass girlfriend. You left everybody.
He is selfish.
Yeah, that's why he suck. Tony Stark gave up his whole family. He gave it all up, man. He gave it all, gave his life. And
love. Love is one of those things it just takes a hold.
That's why you don't got superpowers.
It just takes a hold of
Yeah, whatever. That's why you got Captain America ain't shit.
Everybody in love. I think it's the best thing for you.
You think Tony Stark ain't love his wife and kids?
I'm sure he did.
But he took a risk of not being able to see them again, and then Cap straight
and
bitched
still
out.
not be able to see them again.
And still not be able to see them again. Even when they stayed and Pepper Potts was out there doing the fucking girl magic shit when they was running off with Thanos' gauntlet, all of that shit's over. The lady's alive, still got his wife. And then how do they get rid of everything? Tony Stark gives up his life while Captain America whole ass hit the DeLorean, go back, get his old work, and say, fuck everybody. Fuck the Avengers. I don't want to be a leader no more. This and that.
You can't be mad at what other people's decisions are. That was his choice.
That's called being human. I judge people.
That was his choice. He chose to do that. Captain America ain't do that. He was like, fuck it. I'm going to do my own thing.
How you going to tell? That's like telling me to come in like, hey, your brother get shot. And I'm like, all right, you're like, yo, my brother got shot. You going to ride with me? I ride with you. Then I kill all of them dudes. I get killed, this and that. And then my brother come up to you and be like, yo, they killed my brother. What's up? You gonna ride? You like, nah, I got a family now, man. I can't be doing that crazy shit no more. This and that, I gotta go find my other.
I got three more brothers to find.
Man, get out of here. Captain America. Anybody? Thanos. I wish Thanos had got the gauntlet back again. And I'm gonna revisit some Marvel stuff because I was looking at some Marvel stuff. I'm gonna revisit some Marvel stuff about why I hate certain superheroes. And we're going to revisit this every damn podcast.
No, not every podcast.
Okay, we ain't got to go every podcast.
No, we're not doing this every podcast.
I need a co-host because Fox stepping out.
For that one.
Whatever. Anyway, so we can get into the shenanigans, this and that. I think I got another
Cap did bitch out, though. You ain't wrong.
Cap did bitch out, yes.
He chose to punk out after 25 years. I'm the greatest motherfucker.
Yes, he chose to punk out after 25 years of I'm the greatest motherfucker ever. Exactly. You out here, America this, America that. And as soon as you get a chance to get your Marty McFly on, you slide your ass back and pass in the DeLorean and go see your old work.
Homelander is definitely a bitch.
Yeah, Homelander definitely a bitch. Get him out of here, man. Them dudes, fuck.
Thanos was a punk, so...
Thanos was a punk, then what is the Incredible Hulk? Not very incredible, because he ain't got no hands. He need to get some incredible boxing lessons because he got his ass worked. Like, that shit was embarrassing how he got worked. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Not doing it. So, anyway.
I don't really think that they show the Incredible Hulk do his thing when it comes to everybody.
No, because Thanos.
When everybody's all together. His own movie is different, but.
No, they show him.
I don't see him really doing.
What? The Hulk done snatched the ship out the air. The Hulk, when they had the Hulk and Thor movie, when they was Ragnarok.
Him to be more rageful, more.
He was wild and rageful.
People in half and shit. And
he was.
I want the gory.
Yeah, and he was about that. And then you know what happened? Thanos ran up and was like, oh, you kind of strong. You hit the gym. But you can't fight, though. Square up, pussy. Squaw up, pusswa. And Hulk over there. Hulk don't. He won't even turn.
Not far, Fanter. Not far.
He won't even to go back and be in the Hulk again after he got his ass thumped. Think about your biggest superpower to turn into some big green killer machine, and you got thumped so bad by somebody that don't even exist no more that you don't even want to turn green no more. You don't even want to wear green. This motherfucker don't even own a green shirt no more, pants, nothing. Yeah, he tucked the dick between his legs and ran. Hulk, wild pussy. So anyway, so the new guy saw a Twitter post, and it's a new word that everybody mad about. A word that I use.
Mad about a word?
Mad about a goddamn word. Word that I use quite a few times on this podcast, and you know I use in casual conversation. Well, for a term, virtue signaling.
Okay, explain that. Turn me up.
So the virtue signal. So virtue signal is like, you know, when people get on that righteous shit, like, you know how when people be like, oh, well, slavery is wrong and all of this and children are being mistreated and all this and that, and they doing it from their phone that was made by child slaves in fucking in an Asian country. Mm-hmm. Like, that's virtue signal. When it's like you hopping on your fucking high horse to be like, oh, well, this is the right thing to do. This and that. Shut the fuck up. It's just something that's easy for you not to do. Virtue signal would be kind of like some shit if I was to hop on some bullshit like, y'all shouldn't be eating pork. And it's like if you got a group of Muslims like grown up with this, and there'd be some dudes that be like, hey man, I heard what's the name was eating pork. It was like, you ride the liquor store. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck off your high horse, dog. Like, what is we talking about here? So they're mad about that, and I think I'm just tired of people getting a hold of a word that means something and then they kill it into the ground. It was like, think about the words like entanglement. Everybody was talking about entanglement
and narcissism.
Toxic and narcissist.
I drove that to the damn.
Everything is toxic, narcissist, this and that. People, I'm telling you right now, I'm all about mental health, and I believe mental health is a real thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? We losing 22 vets a day to suicide. Like, I get it. But when people hop and get like a little, it's just like we say about everything. People get a little bit of knowledge about mental health or something like that, and then all of a sudden they're a fucking therapist. You know, they read a couple books, they look at a couple online posts in the echo chamber that agree with the shit they say. Now all of a sudden it's like, I am all self-aware.
Do you think everybody has a bit of narcissism in them now?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I think so.
Why wouldn't we?
I think so.
Why
There's
wouldn't
some people who just down hard just like, no, I'm not a narcissist. I'm not. You got.
Well, then that means you're a narcissist and a liar.
Yeah, you're right. That part. That's what it really is.
I'm telling you right now, it is always something that you look at yourself every now and then. Every person that at some point in life to look at themselves and be like, I'm a bad motherfucker.
Hey, walk in the mirror.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? So it's a point. It don't matter if you like you don't hit the gym and you look good. You got your skin popping. People was shitting on you about something that they didn't find cool, like girls with big lips when they was getting made fun of when they was young, and now they lips popping. The girls with certain eyes, or dark skinned girls and dark skinned men, you know what I'm saying, this and that, or you
Look
know,
at us now, baby.
now look, we popping or something like that. Like, you know, before, like your hair always been natural pretty much your whole life. So it's like, you know, when you was younger and people be like, you know, nappy hair, that, this and that,
Oh no, I had relaxer back in the day though. I did have relaxer. I didn't start my natural hair journey until I want to say, let me see, I've been dreaded for 3 years, and so I guess maybe another 3 years before that. So about 6.
Glad I
7
met
years
you.
ago.
Glad I met you when I did.
Yeah, I was
Glad
on
I
that
met
creamy
you when
crack. I was on that
That
creamy
creamy crack.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it be killing me because people get a Holy Spirit and they just beat them into the ground. And they get like, a word can have 15 definitions. You look in Webster, word got 15 definitions. But that shit fit one little situation for them. Gaslighting was another.
Oh,
one.
gaslighting.
Like
yeah.
gaslighting. It's like, oh, gaslighting. They're like, oh, people gaslight. You ain't even watched the movie. That shit from the 70s. Like, shut up. Like, oh, gaslight. And they get a term and they beat it into the ground. And word is that this about to be the next thing that people going to say. Like, somebody said something. It was a post and the dude said something. He's like, oh, you virtue signal. And the dude's just like, yo, I'm out. And he took the smart approach, like, yo, the ignorance is too strong in this room.
And I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
And that's the smart approach to take.
When you know enough is enough with social media, because, like, you know, I see stuff and I tend to shy away from it. You know, even though I have my strong opinions about some shit.
What you mean enough is
When
enough?
you
Like,
feel like, okay, should I get involved? I shouldn't. Because there are some things that I see and I want to jump in and get involved. I'm like, no, but then, and I'm, you know, I have great points and everything. And I'm just like, you know what? No, because then this going to happen and that. And then some bullshit going to happen. I'm just going to get pissed off. And then I'm going to go and search for their mama and their babies. And it's just going to be a mess. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I just don't get involved. And some of the things I do get involved with, you know, I tell you about it because it had me hot all day.
now I got to deal with this shit and get home. Babe, what you think about this and that? Now I don't know what the answer is.
I can't even deal
What do you
with
think? What do you think, baby?
I get so upset. Like, these people on the internet, like, especially when it's a point of view that's like really outlandish. And I'm like, how could you possibly?
So
there's no way you can actually put those two things together.
It depends on how ridiculous it is, right? Like, for instance, Bunny had hit me with one where she said, dude on Twitter, oh, no, not a dude, it was a girl on Twitter, lady, whatever, and she said, I think that dudes like women with natural bodies because they like kids. When you see a post like that, I gracefully bow out. Like, Bunny couldn't help herself. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so much wrong with that statement.
This don't have one doesn't have anything to do with the
because
other.
this the crazy shit
it's
about
like
it.
M&M's annihilators, like what?
Yeah, it's up here like, yo, like, oh, because they like kids. It's like all natural women ain't built like 9-year-old Chinese girls.
Oh my
like,
god!
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you saying?
So she said they like natural bodies because they like kids.
Yeah, like it's kind of like one of them things where it's like, since you like natural bodies because that's as close as you can get to fucking with kids.
How? Like,
I guess she's
have
probably
a natural
saying
body. I don't look like no child.
No, I guess she's probably saying that like most natural bodies, when she thinking natural bodies, she thinking like really skinny girls that ain't really got no. But I'm imagining. I don't know, but
ridiculous.
But the whole thing
stuff
ridiculous.
Like that shit, just like that.
Yeah, shit like that.
What I'm saying.
Shit like that. I gracefully bow out. Right.
That's ridiculous. How could you equate? Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, shit like that is shit like that. I gracefully bow out. Shit, I done missed the whole Instagram chat. Here we go.
Hey, everybody on all the platforms.
Hey, preach. Got my boy Elias in. That's a cool homie from the island. You know what I mean? Of Hawaii, that is. You thought it was Jamaica. I back up. But anyway,
no, I didn't.
He was like the island. Yeah. But yeah, and he said, oh yeah, he already said virtue signal got run fast. That part is already there. I've been rocking with the virtue signal because it's a proper word to use, and people just gonna use it for anything. Like anytime somebody say like, "Yo, you shouldn't be doing this and that," or you couldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Like for instance, when people say something like, if they like, "Hey man, you shouldn't listen to R. Kelly music," somebody gonna be like, "Oh, you virtue signaling," and it's like virtue signal to me. If virtue signal is when it's hypocritical. When it's hypocritical or you just like buzzing about some shit that's easy for you to say that don't apply to you. When it's like, people should never steal. You rich. Shut up. We broke over here.
I heard of virtue signaling.
You done heard me say it plenty of
times. I
times.
heard you say it before, yeah, but I don't. That's
they
in
murdered.
conversations with other people.
Oh yeah, they murdering out there. But yeah, so people get a hold of these words and then they just don't let it go. Like toxic, it's like, oh, this is toxic. That's toxic. Why are people being toxic? Why are people, and everything just come down to people just like saying toxic or whatever. The term we used to use was radioactive, where it's like people try to make you radioactive so that you could like not deal with some shit, or not, you looking up the definition, make sure I ain't bullshit?
Yeah, it's an actual word. Yeah, so, okay.
Yeah, so to me, I'm just like done with the whole.
Let's see what it says. So maybe there's somebody like me who don't know the actual definition. And it says, the action or practice of publicly expressing opinions or sentiments intended to demonstrate one's good character or the moral correctness of one's position on a particular issue.
Yeah, like when you get on some vegan shit. I don't eat meat. Them leather ass boots you got on us, so you just be wearing that shit. That's barbaric as shit. You know what I'm saying? Get my little dicky bag for that one. But yeah, like people just get on, and it's just like, yo, everybody just really needs to understand. Like, if you hear this or you listen to this, just understand something. You are a fucking hypocrite about something. You care about what pertains to you.
That's true. We all do care about that.
Yeah, you care about what pertains to you, and that's really the gist of it. Like, you care about what pertains to you. It is so much shit in this world to be upset about, to get on your social justice warrior stuff about, that you would never have an opportunity to enjoy life.
And 9 times out of 10, we do things for us, you know, even though, you know, we say, oh, well, I help this person do this, I help the poor with that, I do all of these things, but you get something out of that. That's why you keep doing it. It's a benefit to you, the gratification.
It's like the people
I'm a great person.
Yeah, like the people who do
self-confidence, all of that.
The people who do like they give a homeless person some money or something, but why are you recording it?
Donation, all yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what you recording
you
it
want
for?
The
like
attention.
Yeah.
Great person.
Look what I did. Look what I did.
Accolades you have behind all that. Yeah. So.
And so it's wild, but I'm just I can't. And it's like, really, and one of the biggest reasons why virtue signaling is crazy is because you talk about this, but it's so many things that pertain to it that you're ignoring. So it's like when you hop on there to say, like, this is why you're a good person. Okay, well, here go 9 reasons why you're a shit person. Like, when it's like, oh, well, I don't eat meat, or I don't buy from big business, or I don't shop at Walmart, or I don't do this, or I don't drive gasoline cars, I drive electric. It's like, all right, well, how you think the electricity get made, dog? You think that ain't coal? Like, how you think this shit happen? You think that ain't petrol and coal? Making that electricity, or you think we just catching electrons with a fucking net like SpongeBob or something? Like, you know what I mean? So people hop on, people get deep down in that bag, and I think it's like people just looking for something to make themselves feel better about themselves. Like, and that's part of the narcissism, to be honest. Like,
yeah. So circle back, right? Yeah, it definitely is part of the narcissism. For those people, they don't really look at what they do wrong. They don't look at the things that's not appropriate for them, the behaviors that they carry. So I think that's ridiculous. That's hypocritical as well.
And it's human nature, because you think that's why in sports you have videotape to go back to shit. Because, you know, you'll play a game and, like, say, for instance, like, play basketball. You play basketball and you're like, well, I hit that wide open 3, or I did this and that, or I hit old boy with the crossover and dunk this and that. You missed 4 layups, you had 6 turnovers, you had this, that, and the third. So it's like, bruh, like, you know what I mean? Lower your ego down. You know what I mean?
What Jonathan said.
Ginger.
Gotta have fossil fuel to keep the electrons in the electron.
You goddamn right. I taught somebody well. Keep the electrons in the electron hoses.
A plus B equals whatever. Yep.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
There you go.
Talking about Pythagorean theory. But.
Yep. Whatever.
But
all that stuff.
Yeah.
All that shit.
This is when you find out, a lot of times when you have a household with parents, you got to realize that one parent is STEM and one parent is ELA. Who do you think is STEM and who do you think is ELA? In fact, you can look at my damn shirt. Never trust the atom. They make up everything. That's my shirt, right? And then you got old pretty face over here with her smart. She phenomenal at ELA, but let me tell you, sometimes the math don't be mathing.
My math don't math.
You know what I mean? So you got STEM over here for everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Math with an F. Math don't math.
The math don't be mathing.
My math don't math.
I mean, it's all right, baby. You're math. That's what you got me for. We balance.
Yeah, I pass the stuff I need to pass. That's the most important thing. Okay?
That's how you know degrees ain't shit.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm like. Yes,
degrees ain't shit, yo.
It's not. We work so hard and we try and we go out there at school, extra school, just to get this education and degrees. 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, we do not end up working in the field that we can go and get these damn
I don't
degrees.
even be mad about not working in the field that you got a degree in. That's a you thing.
We don't even use the stuff that we got.
My thing is that the amount of shit that you don't use for your degree. Like, for instance, if you hired me to be an engineer, my degree is in engineering. So, mechanical engineering. So, if you hired me on to be an engineer, what the fuck the amount that I know about Eastern religions and
What does
Shinto
that have to do?
have to
Yeah.
do with how well I'm about to get into these equations, how well I'm about to structurally build something, how well I'm about to do this and that. So, Fernando, what up, big boy? How
Maybe
you
to
doing?
be well rounded. I don't know.
Yeah. It's funny
Just
that
in case you might need that.
well, yeah, and just like that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be sitting there and just figuring out an engineering problem and be like, damn, we gotta get this power plant back up. You know, in the Shinto religion, they believe that you no, get the
You
goddamn
might
electrons
need
in the
it.
hose.
You
Like,
might need
no, get the electrons in the hose. That's what they really need me to do at that point. So, people don't want to give up convenience, right? Because like realistic, if you want to hop on the whole virtual signaling gig, you need to get rid of cell phones. You need to stop feeding into the matrix for all the things that we feed into the matrix for. Don't believe in credit.
Get off the grid.
To get off the grid, you need to be
Yeah.
You need to be out there living like Native Americans was living.
Will we really survive like that? I don't know how long I would
No, most
survive
people wouldn't live off the grid.
I can do it. I feel I can do it. Like I can. Only thing I need somebody to help me with green thumb. I'm really struggling out here with my plants.
Fox, it's a lot of things.
Guys.
It's a lot of things that you would need help with.
I don't what. Besides a making.
If it was just you,
yeah, if it was just me.
without me,
Yeah, I probably would.
you're gonna need some help with a lot of things.
I need protections.
You need somebody to
need-
build shit for you to sleep in.
Shit to build.
You need somebody to kill shit
I
so
mean,
you
I
can
can
eat it.
makeshift shit. I can makeshift things. I can.
Or you gonna
kinda
make shift a whole home?
MacGyver it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you gonna MacGyver out of home? You in the woods right now? Make a house.
Clothes and leaves and twigs, stuff like that.
Yeah, your confidence like went from like fucking 10 to 1, like halfway through that goddamn statement. Like soon as it started leaving your mouth, you was like this, like you had the Sour Patch face and realized like I ain't got shit. Nah.
Do we really have to be in shelter? Like, do we really have to have shelter?
Fox, if you get rained on for 37 seconds, your ass gonna have the sniffles. Like you're gonna be sick in
Stop
37.
telling people about my immune system. What are we doing?
It's like, yeah, you could be around 19 people with COVID. You'll walk through that shit. 62 raindrops.
Bae, I'm feeling too good.
That's different.
You talking about shelter? No, that's not different. That's exactly what shelter does. Keep the 62 raindrops off your ass.
Just put sticks together, naked and afraid.
Just put
Isn't
sticks
that
together.
a show? I think I heard
Yeah,
that.
Naked and Afraid's a show,
Okay,
yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, that shit wild. But yeah, no, living off the grid ain't as easy as nobody think, man. It's not like a lot of people be saying, "Oh, I'm gonna live off the grid." It's like I want to get off the grid as far as like power and everything else, but it's like I would like to get off the grid for electricity one day to get to that point where we'll be able to build enough shit for electricity. But that takes being on the grid first because I'm not trying to build a fucking
You don't have all the
hydroelectric.
equipment.
Yeah, I'm not trying to build a but I'm out here just fucking getting copper together and squeezing it together with my hands and twisting it and using mud and shit for insulation or something like that. And I'm not built like that, but it come down to the hunting shit. Yeah, I can get busy. We can eat off some stuff. But yeah, when it come down to a lot of that stuff to get off the grid, you got to get on the grid first so you can get the supplies to get off the grid.
Yeah, but
And then you still gonna need to come back to the grid every now and then to get stuff. It ain't too many people that's willing to live that simplistic
now,
of a life.
Yeah, now, no one. I don't
Fucking
think so.
100 years ago it wasn't.
I mean, they had to. They had no choice. But we don't,
100
they don't
years ago?
have the type of things that we had then, or even 200 years ago. Then
Yeah.
go back 200 years. They had to do certain things. They
Yeah,
had to,
Yeah, but
no electricity. You
But
need
getting
light.
off the grid ain't just a power grid. Getting off the grid is like you're not going in town to
I
the
mean,
market.
everything trading, yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
you're not going
yeah.
in town to the market. You're not doing this and that. Now,
Growing
me
their
and,
own thing.
me and the big homie Dave was talking about it about like, yo, and this is before I met you when we was talking about, yo, you know what we should do at the end of this shit? It's like go get 100 acres of land in Alaska.
Dave, I still love you. Just because I came into play don't mean that you can still do those things.
No,
Y'all
you
can
can
go
come.
to
You in.
Alaska. I don't want to go, but
Yeah, my boy Fernando said buy solar panels from Alibaba. Them shits won't charge a double A, boy. Like, but yeah, like we was talking about, just go out to Alaska and then we'll kind of do like 100 acres, right? Do 100 acres and it's like 4 groups of people, right? So like me, you, our group, you know what I mean? Dave, his group. For instance, Mike and his group. Troy and his group or something.
everyone
You know what I mean?
with a skill set.
But everybody
use.
everybody would take like, basically what you would do is you would take like 20 something acres will have the common ground of like 8 to 10 acres or some shit like that. You know what I
Definitely
mean?
bring in my brother and his wife and the kids, because if there's no meat, they can make great vegan meals.
I too can make
Great
vegan
vegan meals. And we will be full.
full of fucking leaves. I'm killing the animal. What you mean if ain't no meat? Ain't no meat, man. Fuck around and kill somebody. Cannibals. But yeah, so the crazy thing about so people don't want to give up this convenience, right? And that's one of the things about getting off the grid, everything that people talk about. And we're slave to convenience. Most of the things we complain about is because we're not willing to give a convenience. When we complain about small businesses suffering, it's because we're not willing to give the convenience of going to a big business, right? So we don't want to go to the small store like the prices are higher at the IGA.
Right, yeah.
And it's local. We rather go to like Walmart or, you know what I mean, or pick the supermarket, the meat market or something like that, one of the bigger places because it's cheaper. So you have to pay more money to support smaller businesses just because they have more overhead and to pay for more infrastructure. They ain't got
the capital that
they ain't got the capital, they
have.
ain't got the infrastructure, they ain't got the backing, the organization to be able to operate at that level to cut so many costs where they just got people who do nothing but find, you know what I mean, coins to cut.
So when you look at even the area where we are now, our downtown area, which we live 2 blocks away from downtown.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. It's like that, first of all. And
Yeah, that shit's like
it's like a ghost
intersection.
town. It's like a ghost town. And you see so many businesses that were there and now they're gone. And like,
Then you
what
see
happened?
another one go up and they gone
and they
overnight.
gone, right? So it's kind of weird, and I think that we definitely need to start back supporting these people, because we're gonna end up needing them when all these companies and all these different things.
No, the problem, what's going to wind up happening, these big companies ain't going to go nowhere. What's going to happen with these big companies is they just get so much of a monopoly or they become too big to fail.
You know what? So down south, there Walmart was like that. They
Only
were
somebody
boycotting
from
Walmart,
Miami says down
and-
south
Well, whatever.
when we
Anyway.
in fucking Georgia.
Boycotting the Walmarts and everything. They had a big issue with it, and they couldn't put it in certain places because there were so many mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
And what you would do, you monopolize that. You take these companies out of business, and they have nothing. You know.
Yeah.
So for a long time, they fought, and of course now you know Walmart won, obviously, because it's in majority of the places down south. They do have some areas though where they can't go, but it's not like the way it used to be. So I think that I miss Regine and miss whoever's cooking kitchen or whatever. Like,
But
go support them then.
But you don't want to spend that extra money to go see them because they need you to be able to spend a certain amount of money or to do
keep
whatever.
afloat,
Check the Facebook feed.
Yeah,
They need
keep
you to
afloat.
be able to do the whoever in the Facebook feed, just make sure everything, just give me a thumbs up or whatever that everything's good. But people don't want to spend that extra money to do that, right? And it's just like Elias is saying right here, right? He's like, all cap acceptance. Everybody wants to be accepted to feel secure in a group. They're lonely and they're blurting. And that's what he was saying to a previous topic where we was talking about everybody saying the shit in virtual signal and stuff like that. But getting into it is like, we all want to be part of a group and we all want convenience, right? We all want convenience. We all want to be able. Yeah, it's good. We all want convenience. We all want to be able to just get stuff when we get it. Like, look at Amazon. Like, the business booming at Amazon is like, so you mean that I don't have to do anything, right? So, like, when you're looking at Amazon, you saying like, oh, I don't got to do shit. I can sit here on my back, fucking in my bed with my phone up and be like, oh, this looks dope.
Anytime
Let
of
me
day
get it.
and night, you
Yeah.
open, wide open.
You even going to tell me what day is going to be delivered by if I order it right now.
Right.
Like, oh, I got 3 hours to
Within the
order this
next
shit or I'm going to have to wait
24
another day.
hours,
We will literally, we want convenience so bad that Amazon will give us the option to say, do you want to group this and wait a couple days so we can put
Yeah.
all of this shit in one package?
Yeah.
The price doesn't change, and that right there shows you that people just like, I don't give a fuck if you got to use more packaging,
Right.
more cardboard that comes
More
from
people to
trees,
drive,
more people to
more-
drive, more gas to
Get
fuck
my
up the
shit here
more
now.
pollution. We don't
Right
care about.
here.
Yeah, I want my shit right
Yeah.
now. And then you know the crazy shit is you get that Amazon box, don't even open that motherfucker for 3-4 days.
Yeah. Well, I know what that is.
I know what that is. Yeah, it's here. I feel better that my stuff is here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The stuff that you ain't even used for shit, right?
For real.
So since we so stuck in this price of convenience and all of this virtual and like while we talking about people with this virtual signaling and everything else and how it all ties back together is when we was talking about R. Kelly. Like for instance, when people sit there and talk about R. Kelly and they like, yo, R. Kelly just came out. So the girl from the tape apparently. The one that, you know, the tape when we was kids.
The
high
first
school.
tape.
Yeah, the tape, right? The tape when he peed on the girl. or whatever. She came out and spoke publicly about it and just said like that was a small, like you looking at small percentage of what she was going through, right? And went on to tell her story about like all the horrible shit, how she didn't want to go public because just how shitty the world is, right? Like how people are where they just, you know what I mean, they're going to take it and run with it.
At that time,
yeah, she was a child. You're talking about she's 14 years old.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how old she is now. I don't remember when the tape came out. I didn't pay attention to her age. She a grown-ass woman. But, I mean, she's our age or, you know what I mean? She's somewhere around our age, right?
I was probably in middle school.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? She's somewhere in our age group, right? But, I had to hit that right quick. But so we talk about that, and then so more and more outrage is coming out about R. Kelly. And the shitty thing about things with R. Kelly is R. Kelly made phenomenal music. Can't nobody argue about R. Kelly made phenomenal music. So me and Bunny was talking about it. Me and Bunny was talking about the R. Kelly making music, and I was saying like, cause she's like, I can't listen to R. Kelly music no more. I'm like, I respect that. And I really haven't been listening to his music just and the gist of it. But I'm also the type of person that if Stepping in the Name of Love come on at the cookout, I'm going to step in the name of love.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like, and it's like certain songs, I can still separate the artist from the music. Like, I can't sit there and rock to, I can't be in the club grinding on somebody. Well, I ain't going to be in the club grinding on nobody anyway because I'm too fucking old for that. But I can't be in the club grinding, listening to like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Like that shit kind of hit a little different, you know what I'm saying? Or Seems Like She Ready. Some of them songs hit a little fucking different, right?
Sus. You
know what I mean? A little sus. But so I asked her, I was like, yo, would you I'm like, yo, would you like, do you feel differently about people who listen to R. Kelly? And she like, nah, I feel different about like about their judgment about things. I'm like, that's understandable because it's like how you judge things. But my thing about it is that people, when they want convenience, R. Kelly's been on our playlist for so fucking long. Even after the Piss tape came out, you know what I'm saying? R. Kelly was still on our playlist. You know what I mean? After a lot of shit came out, R. Kelly was still on our playlist. When R. Kelly was in there like, I'm fighting for my fucking life. I don't know how to hog tie nobody. When he was doing that dumbass interview with Gail, R. Kelly was still in a lot of people's playlists. Like heavy. I ain't talking about just like, I Believe I Can Fly. I'm talking about like 50 song, like 50% of people playlists for feel good music. And then what that come back to is people don't want to give up convenience because
what's the convenience?
The convenience is that I already have this song that takes me back to this place. Because a lot of music and a lot of songs, movie things, and like pop culture that you remember, they take you back to a place, right? Like certain songs come on, you be like, oh shit, like you know what I mean? Like Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes come on. First thing I think about is cleaning the household with my grandmother. First thing I think about, like, I'm talking about Miss You, come on, Harold Melvin and Blue Notes. First thing I think about, boom, instantly, I am a little kid in my socks, sliding around with the broom or the mop or whatever, like singing to my grandmother. You know what I'm saying?
Blue Note.
Yeah, just you know what I mean? Thinking I'm a Blue Note. I'm Harold Melvin. Goddamn Harold Melvin. In fact, if this is the Temptations, I'm goddamn David Ruffin. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I was feeling out there. But yeah, so it's the convenience of it is like, damn, I got this music and now I have to replace. It's inconvenient to stop listening to something, to stop doing something. It's like if you found out right now that lamb caused cancer, that would be very fucking inconvenient to find a new favorite meat.
First, I think that those two wrong analogy. So you don't want to use those. That's not a good
All right, what you got?
I was just going to talk about that. Like, I still listen to R. Kelly. I think that his music is great. He has great music. It's unfortunate what happened. If I was that person, I wouldn't, of course. I wouldn't listen to anything or do anything from somebody who done whatever it is to me. So that's her personal thing. For me, I don't know that. I know the music. I don't even know the man. I don't even care about the man.
Yeah.
It's the music for me. I can separate all of that. For her, of course, she can't separate all of that because that's associated with trauma. So
you talking about Old Girl from the Tape?
All of the girls.
All the girls, okay.
All the girls. So probably boys too. I don't know. But you can't separate that. They can't separate that because it's associated with trauma. So yeah. I can. That's not my issue. So I don't think, and so in talking about what Bunny said about you question the judgment, like I don't believe that has anything to do with judgment. Like it's, if I know what I know, if he comes and hey, I want to play or I want to not play like that, but play this song for you or something, or hey, I want to hang out with you. Yeah, that's different. Like nah, you ain't hanging out with me to do what? I got daughters. No, I'm good. You know, I'll listen to your ass on the radio or you can sing from afar. But I'm not going to. That's different. That has no. I don't believe that has anything to do with judgment.
So for the people in the chat, do you or do you not still listen to R. Kelly? So for me, I feel like a lot of things I separate the artist from me. Like I said, it's certain songs like Knowing What I Know don't sit right with me. And two of them that I can think of is the ones I said like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number and Seem Like She Ready. Because it's just kind of like, that shit's kind of.
Now that you know what it's about.
Now that I know.
Before, it was just
no,
like,
before,
okay.
it was like, before, that shit was to me.
So now that you know better, do better, I guess what some folks would say.
So, and it's just, and that's just a me
feeling.
feeling. But what I'm saying is for anybody who listens to R. Kelly, me, myself, that shit doesn't change it doesn't change anything about like how I feel about the person, right? Like if you listen to R. Kelly, I'm like, it's still good fucking music. Like, you can't argue.
Good music.
Like, even though
it's like Michael Jackson. Like, do you not listen to Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson ain't fucked them kids.
Okay, how you know?
I'm just saying, like R. Kelly. R. Kelly is kind of
or the kid that got fucked. Like, you don't know.
What I'm trying to say is like where I'm at in my belief system is that I actually don't believe that Michael Jackson fucked them kids.
Why you don't believe that?
For various reasons. Not the point for the argument that I'm making, but the point is I don't believe that Michael Jackson fucked them kids. I do believe that R. Kelly did all that shit to them women.
Because you saw that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and this is just my belief. This ain't nobody else. This is not factual. This is not saying this and that. Anything can be made up or whatever. But I feel in my heart of hearts that Michael Jackson didn't fuck them kids. I feel in my heart of hearts
there's a kid
that
out
R.
there
Kelly,
that was fucked by Michael Jackson.
It might be a kid out there that's fucked with Michael Jackson.
So,
and he got one glove on right now singing singing Remember the Time, probably. But what I'm saying is like, that's just how I feel. And regardless of what, I still listen to a lot of R. Kelly's music. Like if R. Kelly music come on, I'm not about to.
I'm not going to change.
I'm not going to change the station. I'm not going to. If I'm at the place where it's like, if R. Kelly music playing, I know the words. Still, I'm singing. I'm not also at the point where I'm not going to go turn on certain songs. Like I'm not going to go to Apple Music and throw on "Seems Like She Ready."
So some people would equate that to you supporting him and his behavior.
First of all, and
or not even just him, just anybody in general, a business of somebody who's done something like that, whatever club or whatever the case is.
This is one of the things this is another thing right here that you can kill a virtual signal in, as people say. You can kill it is R. Kelly don't own none of his masters. He don't get none of that fucking money. That's why R. Kelly was torn like crazy. Motherfuckers are 40-something years old torn like he was a 19-year-old because he don't get none of that money. So really, I don't know who's getting his money. I know who it isn't, Robert Kelly. So he's not even getting that money. So like even if that was a thing that was tripping you up on guilt, he ain't even getting none of that money. So it's like, you know what I mean? Am I really supporting R. Kelly? Like if you supporting the artist, I'm supporting their music. Like you selling CDs out your trunk and I buy them, I'm supporting your music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with that, it's, you know what I mean? So that's not really the thing that hold me up. So don't nobody want to talk about R. Kelly. They just like, we ain't going to say nothing in the chat. I don't want to say shit. But yeah, so I mean that's where I am with the whole R. Kelly thing. And I'm curious to see, you know what I mean, people, if y'all don't feel comfortable saying it here, you know, send anonymous emails, the chats, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and just let us know. Like,
why you won't feel comfortable? You scared people gonna judge you?
Well, I think a lot of people just worried about judging, but people just ain't on that. Chimu, fucking Kevin Mallory. Yeah, so I don't know. Like my thing about it is like it's hard. Well, you got to think about it. It's like it's hard to stand in something. The hardest thing to stand in is something that doesn't really mean a lot to you. Like for instance, it's almost like something that's easy to stand in is like, all right, like growing up Muslim or whatever. When girls was wearing a hijab, 9/11 happened, people was acting stupid. Them young sisters stood strong in their religion, and they could stand strong in that, and it was easy to stand. It wasn't easy per se, but it was something. I can't turn this off. I can't just stop wearing my hijab. Like these sisters couldn't just stop wearing a hijab.
It's a part of me.
So now people saying that they don't listen to R. Kelly, that's real easy to just say to people because you don't got to tell people what's in your headphones.
Yeah.
What's in your car? You sitting down there rolling down there playing Chocolate Factory. Don't nobody know what the fuck on your car on 95 unless you got the windows down, blaring it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like don't nobody know what's in there. So I think it's way easier. It's one of those like subjects that are like now another buzzword, like John Council saying the buzzword that people use. It's like, oh, it's toxic. It's, you know what I mean? It's radioactive or whatever. And because it's just like, oh, I could just stay away from it. I don't got to say it. I don't want to say it out loud because people get struck for saying what they believe, right? It's kind of like with the big Kevin Samuels craze, and now like a lot of the people going towards like I think more incels are pushing towards it, but like a lot of the things like Andrew Tate and a lot of these guys say, it's like people done got to a point where it's like, I agree with this shit, and they like cheering them on. And even Kevin Samuels would say this, and I believe that he said this, like a lot of people like, hey, thanks brother for keeping it real, because that's how like a lot of men felt, but it was just like, it was frowned upon. It will hurt their brand or their popularity with their friends,
it will hurt their
or whatever
chances of getting ass from people because they think this way.
I mean,
and that's
I
true,
don't,
and women will judge them based on that. That is actually true.
yeah, but you know what? At the end of the day, a lot of the dudes, I think it was more about the brand, because when you're talking about like men who make a whole lot of money, it's like, if you make a lot of money, the fact of the matter is you still gonna get ass. Like,
no, well, so a lot of those men who was coming in saying that stuff, who were agreeing with them, they wasn't in that.
yeah. A lot of people who was talking that high value man, and they not in that, they not staying in fucking tax bracket.
Yeah,
like,
you're not, and you should tell them, come to me. That's
But
why they need to come on to me. That's what it really was.
Come on down here. That's why you can't have that high value man. Pick me.
Right.
Pick me. Now the dudes is pick me's. That's another one. Pick me's and simps. That was another group of words that got stuck in there.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm done with that. What do you think about sensitivity? Because I know that.
Explain sensitivity.
So when we talk about sensitivity, right? A lot of times as men, we like to tell women, that, do we want to get into this one? We like 42 in. We 41, 42 in.
Oh.
Keep rocking.
Go ahead, why not?
All right, so when we talk about sensitivity with men and women, right? A lot of times men want to talk about things about women being sensitive, women being sensitive. And I think a lot of times that men don't understand that we are sensitive as well. And we're getting more sensitive as time goes on, because like we was talking about before, about like everything balances itself out, right? So women are getting more masculine. So in turn, to balance things out, men have to get more feminine. Because as women get more masculine, it gets more like shit is just gonna get more hypocritical, because it's the dichotomy of men and women, right? So now you're putting a man and a woman into one body, right? So now you're talking about, you're getting more masculine, for the sake of argument. You're getting more masculine, I'm getting more feminine. So if you get more masculine, you're dealing with like all of the feminine shit that you had, but now with the aggression of a man, and then we're going with like all of the masculine shit we had, but then we're having the emotions of a woman, or what's been thought of for a woman's emotion, or whatever. What's been thought of for a woman's emotion. So things are balancing themselves out. So I think men are getting more sensitive, and I truly believe and see that from what I go through day to day. Even with the young men and women of the military, I start to see the men being more sensitive. But how do you feel about like
Wait, before you go and ask that question. So I definitely see what you're talking about. When it comes to men being more sensitive and women being more masculine, I think it is. So, and when you're talking about balance, it is how, like, you know how my personality is, right? It's either 0 or 100. You know what I'm saying? So we don't, in our personalities of masculine versus feminine energy, it's like that. We don't know how to balance it. So it's nothing wrong with men being a little bit more sensitive and relating more to their emotions, or acknowledging their emotions, because even acknowledging your emotions will make you seem sensitive. Acknowledging that. No,
I'm talking about what. I'm not talking about like the generic bullshit of society. I'm talking about like how men think women are feminine, and then not feminine. We pray that women are fucking feminine, but we think women are sensitive. In turn, we don't understand that we are sensitive. I'm not talking about the dudes who are like want to express their emotion, and then people are like, "Oh, that's sensitive." You saw. I'm talking about men who don't think they're doing.
But what I was saying is that I think it's just a misbalance of that. We don't know how to do that. So when you're talking about our femininity or masculinity, I think that we both need to be at this level, but not at this level. We both need to have more of it, because women. So let's talk about women, right? Women, we're always being accused of not being able. That's right, not being able to handle situations because of this, or acting a certain way because of that. No, so. And we're always being ran over. We always being ran over. Our emotions, our feelings, all that, all the stuff that you know that we have. we're always it's dismissed a lot of the times because it's just woman. You know how they. No, pay attention to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. So I think that we had to. Because we're always left in the dark, we're always shunned. I think that we had to come to a point where, hey, I'm here too. Hear me, see me, I'm him. Okay, but not so much of it though. We have to learn how to come back down.
So do you think that being masculine has made men listen to women more?
Oh yeah, y'all gonna hear us.
No, not here. Okay? Not here.
You're gonna hear us
because this is you not. This is you not listening right now.
And I think in some cases it has helped. I do think it has helped. Just because it's not what you prefer or what you want to hear, it doesn't matter. You listen to what I'm saying though. You don't like it, so you have a problem with it, and so now you're gonna meet that with aggression that you feel like we're giving you.
And that's not hearing it. So I mean, are you actually meeting your goal by deciding to go about it? And being masculine, like, so you decide to be masculine. You're like, you're going to hear me. You're going to hear me.
Well, the other way, which is
no. Stay here.
No, that's not working. So you have to try something different in order to be heard. And so, unfortunately, we're at a place where it's like top notch, and that's not healthy for us.
Yeah. So do you think that that's working? Like being top notch.
I think it has worked.
How?
I think it has worked because I think that for those women who hadn't have a voice. I think that they're now being heard now.
Does it matter if you have a voice if nobody gives a fuck what you're saying?
I mean, for that person, it matters to them.
Okay,
just to be able to speak their thoughts. Matters to them.
You're speaking.
If the person doesn't give a fuck what they're saying, then that's on them now. So now that person whoever that woman will do whatever it is she needs to do to get herself where she needs to be.
So why she couldn't do that anyway?
Because when y'all say y'all want a submissive woman, right?
No, stay here.
No, I am staying there if you let me talk.
Well, you ain't gonna raise your voice on me because we'll flip this table. We can box.
I am staying here. So if what we were doing before doesn't work, okay, let's agree to that because time has shown you that it has not worked. Okay, so now for those women to rise above whatever it is, the oppression that we've been feeling all these years, centuries, and etc. Now we have a voice now. So I think that we just because we have it, I think a lot of people run away with it, give them an inch, take a mile. But I think that we need to come back to balance that. So if you hear it or not, the fact that we are able to speak now means tons to us. But we would like to have a message sent to fellows in reference to how we feel and what we really need. But we've gone so far to the point where it's like, well, we don't know how to come back. And I think guys too.
You want me to tell you how you're not going to get that?
I don't. Go ahead. Tell me how you're going to get that.
You're not going to get that by trying to outman a man.
It's not about outmanning.
That's what I'm talking about masculinity. No, that's what happened. It's not. You might not think it is that, right? But when, for instance, it's like when you got a lot of these dudes who get like in their fucking feelings and then just start like playing the trauma Olympics and shit like that. It's like they're trying to out emotion a woman or something like that. And it shouldn't be this comparison. What the goal is, because what you're saying, like from the words, not from what you mean. I know what you mean, but from the words you were saying, which is the actual problem here in communication, is that we speak two different languages. So from the words you were saying, that we did all of this shit, we became more masculine, we did all of this, so now people hear us and that makes us feel better. All right, is that good enough? No. You express that is also not good enough because you want people to understand. For people to understand, they have to actually hear you out and understand, not just listen. Because I could listen.
You mean opposite. Listen is with comprehension.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you want people to just not hear you. You're right. But you want people to actually listen and understand, right? Mm-hmm. You're not going to get that with aggression. Think about this. When I talk to you with aggression, do you listen?
So, okay, that question. How do you think it is received from a woman when a man comes to us with aggression?
I don't know because I don't have a vagine.
So you asking me this question, and I'm going to ask you that question.
What I would assume, since I'm not a woman, is that when things are brought with aggression, it makes you defensive, and you're also not listening at that point.
Thanks.
So since you know that, okay, cool.
So most women obey, and it's going to be obey out of fear because they're not stronger, and they do have violent, aggressive men. So it's not that we are listening. Oh, she's if she listens, she's gonna do what I say. She's gonna do what I tell her to do, or she's gonna XYZ. It's not that we're listening. It's because we're in fear of what the fuck you're gonna do to us.
So what I was saying, to get back to your point, is that you just said that a man talking to you is aggressively, you don't hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck would you decide as a group to be more aggressive so that we could hear you if it didn't work when we did it to you?
So get your attention. It's gonna
Okay,
get
you
your
got
attention.
okay, you got attention, and we're still not listening. Obviously, that's
So
what
I
you
guess
just said.
because men choose not to listen, then we're never gonna get anywhere.
Okay, in that case, then we're not going to
We're
get.
never gonna get anywhere.
Well, we're not going to get.
No, but we're never gonna, Kevin. We're never gonna get anywhere
Okay,
because
stop before. Don't look at the chat. Let's stay right here. So what I'm saying is like you said that men chose aggression, and we're aggressive by nature. I feel like being aggressive is more of a
I
masculine
didn't say
trait.
aggressive by nature. I didn't say
No,
that. I just
okay, I
'cause
said
you're
that,
aggressive.
but I feel like men. I also feel as though men are more aggressive. Men are more aggressive by nature, and that aggression is more of a masculine trait. So it did not work, and I agree it doesn't work because if I want to talk to you, me coming at you and fucking flaming your head off doesn't work. Me coming to you and understanding how you receive information is how you get information. So why would you see something that doesn't work and decide, let's do that? And then, because I'm just going off of what you said.
Okay.
You said that. So it's like, we're going to say, it was like, oh, men come at us with aggression. How you think it make us feel? Well, and I just told you, I feel like you probably don't comprehend. You probably don't listen to it. You probably don't receive the information because it's aggression that makes you defensive. So in turn, women have decided to do this to get our attention so that they could do the exact same failed formula that we showed them.
That's what we've been taught.
Okay, so now the
Okay?
excuses come out.
No, but but that's the truth though.
Okay, and in turn, guess
in order
what?
to get what I want done, I have to roar.
Okay, and you roared so do you feel as though and you roared and then you just said that what you're saying is you roared.
Not all women, some women.
Okay, some women. We're just going to put a blanket statement. We're not talking about all or anything in these conversations. There's always exceptions to the rule. That doesn't change the rule. But we're saying that women felt this way. They roared. Now, do you feel as though, since all of the roaring, do you feel as though more men understand than before? Just a feeling. There's no statistics based on this. This is just your feelings.
I don't know, to be honest. I would lean towards no. You don't understand me. You know I'm pissed. Okay,
cool.
You notice that.
So
you know
was
that I'm pissed. But
so
you don't
was the
understand
change
reason
in behavior
why
and
I'm
copying
pissed.
a behavior that you believed was failed effective?
No, that wasn't effective. It wasn't
Okay.
effective, but I think it was necessary though. I
W-
think
so-
to
so
be-
then what-
I think being able to stand up for yourself, to be able to stand up against someone who's been oppressing you all this time, I think that's that is important. And I think that was a success to get you to notice me. So now what you do after that's something totally different. What do you do once you get that notoriety? What do you do with that? What do you do with that?
I feel as though that is I understand. I think I understand where you're getting at, but if it's not going to ultimately get you that goal and it still leaves you with a question, then what have you actually achieved?
Okay, you're right. But so now what do you expect for us to do if all we've done all this time was shut the fuck up? So that didn't work. So
Well-
now what do we do?
So the topic at hand was talking about sensitivity, but we didn't shift it to
Yeah, but
masculine
we can
and
go
feminine.
back to that.
So what I think you should do is give the same grace that you expect. If you think that a person isn't talking to you, and if you think that a person isn't talking to you or handling you in a certain way or talking to you or dealing with you the way that you do, you shouldn't meet shitty tactics with shitty tactics. If you ultimately want, if what you want and you are aware of what you want, and what you want is thing A, and the way that this person is trying to achieve their thing A isn't working, the smart thing wouldn't be to let me copy their thing A so at least I can get the shock and awe and I can get this partial thing. Let me put myself into this category and whatnot. And then I'm still not ultimately achieving what I want, which is understanding. Because if you want understanding, then you got to figure out what's a better way.
So I'm just gonna say this. Out of all these centuries here on this earth, a woman has not had the opportunity to voice her true feelings, her opinions, her thoughts, her ideas, to do things that she deemed appropriate for herself. Okay. All in history, and this is all fact, what we've ever done was what the man tell us to do, right? The vast majority.
I'm not that old.
The vast majority, okay? And if it's something we ever wanted, it's something we ever needed, we had to go through the man to get it, right?
Yeah.
And you're in a marriage with a man, the man takes the head of whatever it is, right?
Get it.
So whatever the man says, that's what's going to happen, right?
That's what I hear.
Yes.
We wasn't alive.
Right. We was okay, but that's our history.
That is
right?
what we deem to be true.
Historically, women had no voice. Okay. So this notion of you saying, well, okay, well, we talking. So if we can't yell about it and be heard, we just sit there and talk or don't have that kind of energy. We never had that kind of energy. This new energy right here. So if the old energy, which was be calm, be settled, be sweet, be all this, that didn't work. What else should we do then? So
if to me, that's asinine, right? And this is from the way I look at things. That's asinine. So that's like me saying, we're not going to delve into like
we'll be in the same cycle though.
Okay, listen to me. No, that'd be the definition of. I'm not saying do the same thing. I'm saying do something different. But why would you pick? But listen, this is something about leadership that you learn, right? Something about leadership. I've learned more from shitty leaders than I've learned from good leaders because I've had more shitty leaders. Mm-hmm. So stay with me. So shitty leaders told me, so think about this. I came to the military with a toolbox with like 3 tools in it. And then I met a whole lot of people that I didn't know for sure. I learned some things, this and that. I had 10 tools in my toolbox, right? And then I met shitty leader number 1. He told me this, and he showed me that this tool doesn't work. So I took this tool out and I threw that tool away. I have 9 tools. I meet shitty leader number 2. He shows me this tool doesn't work. I take that tool out. Now I have 8 tools. I meet a good leader. He gives me a tool. I'm back up to 9. I meet 4 more shitty leaders. Do the math. Boom, 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 boom. And that's how it works. You don't. I'm not saying that you're basically, your argument is, and I just say, all right, we're not arguing, but your point is that if what we did wasn't working, then we should do this thing that we also know doesn't work. That's like, no, because that's exactly what you said. So it's like,
that's not what I'm saying.
No, that's what the word means. You said, what were we supposed to do? A myriad of other things.
What do we do? If that's where we went to, well, if that's not good enough, what wasn't good enough, what do we do now? Could we just
admit that moving to that wasn't the brightest idea if you're saying it don't work?
I wouldn't say it wasn't the brightest idea because it allowed us to be heard. So number one, so let's start there. We just need to be heard.
Okay,
we have a voice. Hello,
so then, okay,
I'm
cool.
here.
So then say that tool was used for being heard because you wasn't being heard, not for being understood. Because like now you're being heard. Mm-hmm. You hear ambulances and sirens and gunshots in the hood. Mm-hmm. That don't mean I give a fuck about any of it. You get what I'm saying? Like being heard, loud noises. The dog just scratched around in the cage. We heard it. Do we give a fuck? No. So being heard, like actually just hearing something doesn't mean anything for understanding. So not to delve deep into our relationship because we don't put all our public business out like that. But for instance, think about this. When you used to get upset, you would aggressively say things to me. Did that ever become fruitful?
No.
But when you decided
it was fruitful for me.
Okay, it was fruitful for you, but was it was good for you, it was bad for me, and it was bad for our relationship. Mm-hmm. So how good was it?
It was good for me.
Okay, but ultimately, is this good for you? If it's good for you and it's not good for me, what would have been good for me is to just blow up and tell you to shut the fuck up, throw everything in the house, slam a whole bunch of shit, and then that would have been good for me. And guess what? That would have been bad for you, bad for our relationship.
I'm like, they ain't doing nothing to help us.
Nothing to help us. Yeah. How is that helping us?
How is that?
So what I'm saying is, logically, when you look at that, just making sense of it, it doesn't make sense. If I tried to go through that door and it was like, you got one chance to get through that door. And I go up and I turn the knob to the right. It doesn't work. Mm-hmm. You want to get out. So you go up and turn the fucking knob to the right Well, what was I supposed to do? They said don't turn it left. It's like, just pull the fucking door. Try anything else. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, so you said try anything else, but that's what we knew to try. First of all, just hear me. I have a voice too. I'm just as important as you are. So here I am. This is what I need. So it's bringing more social awareness to what the plight is in the first place. What all the racket about? You hear racket, you're going to want to know what it's about, right?
And then guess what people do? I'm going to record it, make a couple posts, and still not give a fuck.
That's down. But things have definitely changed from then and now.
Okay. So as we sit here today.
I'm here speaking. That's changed.
So we here today, and that has nothing to do with the big thing of women. That have the stuff to do with our relationship.
No, me being here has nothing to do with our relationship.
You being on this podcast has a lot to do with our relationship.
No, it doesn't. I'm talking about just being able to speak as a woman on a platform, period.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't get the correlation.
I get it. You can speak.
Well, you looking at me like you don't get the
I
correlation.
get it. You can speak. But what I'm saying is, it's just like when anyone speaks, it's like if what you're saying is not being received and being heard, then you're just talking. You're just making noise. You're just putting words into the atmosphere. Let's hit a couple of these comments before we continue with this. So, So, yeah, we missed a lot of shit. So, Kev said, it takes a real man to put on a pink tutu and have a tea party with his 5-year-old granddaughter. Kev, it depends on if you wore underwear or not. If you didn't wear underwear, wild masculine. If you did wear underwear, I ain't fucking with it. I ain't putting no respect on it. He was talking about it made men shut down, and this is the shift. A lot of men shut down because of it. I agree, yes, and then I say no because a lot of men shut down because we didn't have the emotional intelligence and we didn't have the courage to deal with the stigmas of society to talk about how our feelings really were.
That's exactly right.
That's why we shut down.
That also emotional intelligence. That's what I was just about to say.
That also had it did have something to do with it because men shut down, and that's a feeling, right? So you can't just say that that's a feeling. It's not the only reason, and that's why I brought up the other reasons. But
what reasons we talking? We talking about his reasons. We talking about when as women became more masculine. Mm-hmm. And start acting a certain way because women became more masculine, but still expected certain things like traditional men and this and that in society, where it's like, oh, I want this, I want that, and it's just like we was talking about before about people want to pick and choose from the good and the bad. Like nobody wants to deal with the bad. Everybody just want to pick the shit that they want, make their custom car, make their custom house, make their custom life, make their custom man, make their custom woman, this and that, da da da. Instead of dealing with the shit that comes with said features, right? Masculine and feminine has nothing to do with sensitivity, kindness, and caring does. Yeah, absolutely. But we just went off on a tangent. He laughing. Smackdown is coming. Amen, brother. LJ, if I yell at you, do you listen? No. If I talk to you, do you listen? Yes. So even with that, talking to women, we've always listened to you guys talk. We've always listened to you guys talk. We listen to demands. We listen to commands. We listen to, goddamn it, ultimatums. We listen to everything. It has always been yes, dear. It has always been yes, dear. It has always been okay. It has always been okay, whatever your name is. Okay. That hasn't helped anything.
But what I'm saying is,
stay in your woman's place and shut the fuck up. Okay, but that's I say.
That's the equivalent of being a junior person in the military, having a shitty leader. So the man who just yelled at you, just did whatever, screamed at you, didn't deliver information in a way that you can receive it, was a shitty leader.
So that was the vast majority of society then.
Okay.
So all of the men in society were shitty leaders.
Okay, if that's your opinion, fine. If that was the vast majority of society.
If that's what that's what you're gonna say.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So let's go with that. So let's go with that. So let's go with that. Okay. So that was the idea of society. So all of these men were shitty leaders, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. So what in turn are you saying that women decided to do is like, hey, this is what shitty leaders do. Let's also be shitty leaders so people can hear our ideas. If you didn't receive the information that these people put out, how did you think it was going to do? And more so, if you saying that the only reason that you listen is because of fear of physical abuse and all of these other things, also, why would you do it? Because why would you talk shit? Because basically we're saying that men talk shit. So men was talking shit to you. So you decide, I'm going to talk shit back, but I can't beat you in a fight.
Just let you know.
Let you know what? That my chin is ready?
No.
My chin is warmed up.
Your chin is ready. But let you know that I matter as well. That I matter as well. What you have to say is not more important than what I have to say. What I have to say is as important as what you have to say. Men, it's not about talking to us. It has never been about, oh, just talk, just talk. Y'all say that now because you're in the age now where women don't want to listen. And I get that. I understand that. But way back when, you can't just go revert back to just talk. Y'all didn't want to just talk then. Y'all command, y'all demand, y'all do all these different things that hasn't worked. It hasn't worked because you guys were only self-pleasing. That's it. It's a whole other person in the relationship. It was a whole other partnership. She matters too. She matters too.
So
He said,
Kevin
just
Mallett
smile and
said-
say yes, dear. Always
happy
said
house,
yes,
happy
dear.
spouse. Yeah. So no, he didn't say happy wife, happy life. He said happy spouse, happy house, meaning that smile and
say
say
that.
yes, dear. Oh, I thought you said
He said
that's
just
what we
smile
said
and
over
say
the
yes,
years.
dear. We've been saying that though. That don't work.
That
either,
wasn't
obviously.
no, he wasn't talking about that. He was just talking. He was actually talking to me, talking for me to just agree and say happy spouse, happy house. Like
Oh, okay.
so.
Do that.
Oh no, that's good, right? Oh yes, let the man say yes, dear. Yeah, good to go,
Your
right?
turn. Say yes, dear.
So, and this is one of my ideas of why people aren't heard as groups, because people choose that when they have been oppressed or feel as though they've been oppressed in any situation, instead of wanting to fix the situation, people want to get into revenge.
So you can't say that instead of wanting to fix the situation, I'm sure that they wanted to fix it. They just didn't know how. That's it. Only thing they know was what they've been taught. Just like you talking about a cycle of abuse. If you've been abused, XYZ, whatever situation and scenario, you're gonna, even though you don't want to, you're gonna approach the same situation. You got beat as a child. What we turn around and do? Beat the kids. You understand what I'm saying? That's just what we've seen psychologically. That's what's going to be imprinted.
Okay.
So until we see something else different
Okay,
that
so
can
I'm
work, then we'll go ahead and do
gonna
that.
take your approach to it. So since women are now in a position where we're pushing for equality, we're pushing for women are pushing more masculine energy, men are pushing more feminine energy. We can agree on that, right? I'm not just being sexist, right? Like men is
Pushing feminine? Well,
not pushing. Take pushing
Yeah.
out. Men are being there are a lot more feminine men and a lot more masculine women now. Can we agree on that? All right. So with that said,
for numerous factors on each side, though.
numerous factors on each side. Yes. Different shit that men did. Men weren't leading this and that. Women had to lead. Other reasons, faults on both sides, the whole nine. So we spent this whole time right now talking about why I'm telling you we should just agree that it doesn't make sense about what you're doing, and you went the route of justifying what we're doing. So instead, what do you think? What do you think? Since women have nothing to do, there's nothing that they can do. Right? There's nothing you could. I'm not saying nothing to do as in women don't do shit. I'm saying nothing to do as in like there's nothing that women can do, because you said, well, what are we supposed to do? So what should men do then to rectify the situation of women being more masculine and men being more feminine? So what should men do, since you're saying that? Well, you're giving me the impression that you have no idea what women could do.
So no, I'm just telling you, since it went there, what could have done? What could they have done? Based on what they knew how. Just like if you say you had a terrible parent, they did the best they could because that's all they knew how to do.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So now as things come to light now on things that we should do, we definitely should take it down a couple notches and try to meet in the middle. And
Yeah.
you guys definitely should take it down a couple notches
We probably need to
and
take it
meet
up.
in the middle. Nope.
I'm talking
Meet
about
in the
masculine
middle.
energy. You're talking about you're going to take it down. You're taking down the
So
masculine
I'm
energy.
taking
That means
down the
we need to take it
masculine.
up.
Oh yeah. You guys need to take the feminine energy. Yes.
No, we need to take down the feminine energy. Take
sensitivity.
more.
No, because you guys are already, like you say, naturally aggressive. So bring that shit down some.
So the aggression is one thing, right? And that comes with emotional intelligence. But you're saying that men should be more feminine?
No,
You
they
said-
should be more sensitive.
No, I'm not saying
feminine. They
sensitive.
should be more sensitive to our needs, to themselves.
So the
and us.
original. So the question is: so when you said take it down, what are we saying that women should take down? Let's make this clear. Because when you said take
our
down,
aggression, we should take down.
so we're
our
talking about aggression. We're not talking
Yes.
about masculinity anymore. We're talking about aggression.
Yes, because that's the reason why you guys think we're so masculine, because we're more aggressive.
No, that's what you're assuming is the only reason we think you're more
No,
masculine.
because you said that in the beginning. You said that we've become more aggressive. We have.
I think
That's fact, though.
so. There's a what's his name? Fucking Jock. It was on
Vice versa.
It was on the Jocko podcast, and just talking about it. A man should not be. Stop looking at the comments. Stay in the conversation for a minute.
I'm still.
So, men are not supposed to be. I can't speak for what women are supposed to be at the heart and the core, but men, we're supposed to be fucking dangerous killers under checked control. We're supposed to be rage.
Who said that?
This is what I believe.
Okay.
So I believe that men are supposed to be fucking killers under checked control, i.e., you have no problem with me being a killer if the dude I kill was trying to hurt you, do you? If I take this dude out, snap his fucking neck right here, dude breaks in, this and that says, Fox, I'm going to rape you, and I break his neck right here, one smooth swoop, you have no issue with that aggression, right?
No.
Because it's controlled aggression. You would have that aggression if the aggression was, you would have a problem with that aggression if it was towards you. So men are supposed to be aggressive, and we should be more aggressive. The thing is the thing is that we should be aggressive for the right reasons and towards the right causes. We should be aggressive in chasing our dreams, providing and protecting for our family, and we should be less aggressive towards our women. So it's not that the aggression is wrong. The aggression is misplaced. So
what about women then? What do you think women?
Women should in turn women should also be killers with checked aggression. Because i.e., if I'm not home and somebody breaks into this house,
I'll tell you, cause
if somebody breaks into this house or something like that, and they break into this house, you're going to grab the shotgun and you are going to let everybody who comes to that fucking door realize that this was the wrong fucking house.
Shoot them in the leg first, so they down. Then
no, you're not. You're going to
beat them, and then after I beat them, then I'm gonna shoot them again.
You're going to jail forever, so I'm gonna be raising these kids by myself. But what I'm saying is like aggression is okay. I feel that men should be more aggressive. We should just direct our aggression in the right places. I take my aggression to the gym. I take my aggression to the woods to hunt. I take my aggression to my job and the endeavors in which that I do to provide and protect for my family, and that's when my aggression should be warranted. It takes aggression to do that. Do you have the aggression that it takes? And plenty of women do.
Aggression that
No,
it takes.
stop and let me finish. So, do you have the aggression that it takes to do any of the work that you've seen me do or heard of me doing through my career?
Aggression has gotten you
aimed aggression is what makes it. Like, I aggressively attack things. It's an aggressive mindset. Aggression isn't just like, I'm angry, I'll punch you in the face. Aggression is like aggressively meeting deadlines, aggressively meeting tasks and shit like that. It's like the aggression in which I've met in combat, the aggression in which I've met with MMA, the aggression I meet with manual labor and the jobs that I do, it requires more aggression.
So
and let's just say
aggression or ambition?
It does not take ambition to build a fence or build a house. That's not ambition. That doesn't take ambition. It takes aggression to grab 2 6x6s and walk them 50 fucking yards to yank them up from some, like lifting weights, like just even when we deadlift, like lifting heavy weights and stuff like that. That is an aggressive pose I take to it. It's an aggressive movement that I have towards life. So there's some reasons that men and women should have aggression, but our aggression towards each other, which goes back to the balance of me not saying about the masculine and feminine. This goes back to the balance of the aggression doesn't need to be towards each other. But
I agree with that.
But this is the other thing. If I grab you by the neck and tell you, come here, get in this bedroom, I'm tired of hearing you fucking talk, take your clothes off.
That's different.
Now, how do you feel about that aggression?
I feel great.
Okay. Now, when you look at these memes, if I'm sitting there and I was to hug you and you was to pick me up and put me on the counter or something, like some of these memes would be like,
bring that.
Do you think that my dick is going to be hard at that point?
Hell yeah.
No. Absolutely fucking not. So the point of the matter is what I'm saying about from the aggression standpoint is.
The other day when we was at the party and I threw your ass on the counter.
I was about to fight you. It was just a bunch of people there. Like, you almost got socked in your shit, grabbing me up, trying to put me on the counter. You almost got socked in your shit. Like, I just remembered, I looked down and saw titties and was like, unball your fist. This is a charge. Like, you almost got socked.
You liked it. You was like, oh shit. Oh, got handled a little bit. And
Let me tell you something. I ain't fall 300 pounds. I don't like none of that shit. I don't like none of that shit. The whole thing about it. If I pick you up, snatch you up by the bed or something, you're like, oh, daddy, let's do it. You try to snatch me up. I'm like, first of all, you're going to drop me and break my goddamn back. I'm old. I fuck around and have to get a replacement hip. 2, get your ass off of me. Like, I don't want this shit ain't, no.
You had a look of surprise, like, yeah, but then like, wait.
No, you was hoping it was the look of surprise was, why the fuck are my feet not on the ground? Shit just happened. Like,
strong. That's what I'm strong.
Let me tell you right now. This right here. This right here. See, this is the bullshit.
It's an Incredible Hulk right there. That's what it is.
No, that's She-Hulk who got her ass thumped by the Incredible Hulk. But so what I'm getting at is like, this is the thing about aggression. So we get to aggression. I feel like aggression is a more masculine trait. So aggression is more of a masculine trait, just like testosterone is. But you have testosterone, right?
I do.
Yeah. I have estrogen, right?
Yes, you do.
Who has more testosterone? Who has more estrogen?
I have a little bit more estrogen.
I have a little more testosterone,
Need
right?
some more testosterone.
What I'm saying is, if you was counting arbitrary numbers, if I have a 10 in testosterone, do you think you need a 10 in testosterone?
And 17.
Okay, well, I'm just talking, not the real numbers. So anyway, you got 37 estrogen, 17 testosterone, right? Mm-hmm. My numbers are probably flipped. You'd imagine, right? You'd be real surprised if my shit was 37 estrogen,
I'll be like
17 testosterone. Moobs.
Babe, come here.
I got nipples. Can you milk me? Nah, but
You want to?
this is how you get fucked up on the podcast. This right here. This is how you get fucked up on the podcast. So what I'm saying is, the idea behind it is this. The idea behind it is this. Is yes, it's a more of a masculine trait. Mm-hmm. Aggression is more of a masculine trait, but we both have it. And it both has to be checked and used for what it needs to be. So what I'm saying is that men need to be more aggressive, because guess what? All of the shit that women complain about comes from lack of aggression. Now wait. Now when women say, I want a man to plan a date, guess what that is? That's aggressively meeting a deadline, and aggression comes with being proactive about a lot of things. So it's like, you want me to aggressively meet that, just like I would meet somebody in the field for combat. You want me to aggressively think about, let me grab Fox some flowers, like I grabbed you fucking whatever those purple flowers.
Japanese lilies.
What? Yeah, grab you the purple flowers. So what I'm saying is that aggression, we both need aggression, but we need it aimed properly. So having an imbalance of aggression is wrong. Misaiming the aggression is wrong. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's really all we getting at about when we're talking about, well, women should do this, men should do it. No, men should be more fucking aggressive. Women should be less aggressive. And we should both aim our aggression to what it needs to be aimed at, instead of aiming it at each other like it's a fucking gun.
So when you're talking about more aggressive, I don't think things need to be the way they were, where we dismiss the other person.
That has nothing to do with aggression. That has nothing to do with aggression.
Yes, I think it did.
It didn't.
A lot of the men was fucking.
No, just because they were aggressive, they also lacked the other skill set. It's misguided aggression. Okay. So they lacked the skill set. So it wasn't.
So let's not go back there. Is what I'm saying.
But that is not what I'm talking about more aggression. What I'm talking about more aggression is more aggression and guided aggression. Guided aggression is very fucking necessary for men. And any man who doesn't think that he needs to be aggressive and guide that aggression is a fucking no, I'm just talking because the pussification, like the first podcast, it becomes the pussification of men. And we live in a world right now where we in the pussification of men. Like misguided aggression would have been to be like, hey, don't do that. You're violating my masculinity. That's misguided aggression. Mm-hmm. Guided aggression is staying on topic to get this thing that I'm passionate about, that men need to be more aggressive about meeting their goals, doing what fucking matters, protecting their family, providing for their family. And that is...
They need details in reference to that. A lot of men think being a man is just being aggressive, and that's not enough because it turns into the other side.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that. I'm not just leaving this. I'm not doing like a lot of these fucking YouTube and random ass dudes who find some incels and say, hey, men, we need to be more aggressive. Beat your bitch. No, I'm not saying that. I am saying that men need to be more aggressive at meeting their tasks, protecting their family, providing, and being aggressive and leading their family. And that's what I'm saying that men need to be aggressive in. And they need more fucking aggression because they don't have enough, because not having enough aggression is what makes you okay with being docile in certain areas that you need to be fucking aggressive in.
And then, so what do you say now as far as sensitivity is concerned?
So now we're shifting.
Getting back to the topic.
Now we're shifting to the topic after we cleared that up.
Aggression. So now let's talk about how we can get
boom. Perfect thing that Mike Jordan said. This is the homie Mike.
Michael Jordan, what's up?
Not that Mike.
I know.
But But Mike Joe, aggression does, true, aggression doesn't always mean anger. Like actually truly being passionate, like being passionate about someone. I'm like, this is what matters, and I care about this and that, and da da da. Not arguing with you. I'm gonna meet you with aggression, but just talking about something. I'm passionate about this and that. That doesn't mean anger. Aggression doesn't mean anger.
I can understand that.
And like when I lift
aggression.
weights, lift heavy.
However, when you're talking about the vast majority of society, it's going to be that aggression equals anger.
Okay.
So, and that's how most men grow up, saying aggression means, oh, I got to be pissed off. I'm angry. I got to be. That's what is associated
And that is
with.
the
And
shitty
even
part.
Women too.
And that's a whole nother problem.
Yeah, whole
because
nother
that's a
subject.
whole nother problem because that is a whole nother subject of like men not being able to teach their sons and daughters for whatever reason, whether they're shitty people who weren't around, whether they was just in a shitty relationship and wound up separating, whether a death, whether the fucking woman was just shit, whether the man was just shit, whatever, or something like that. For whatever reason, they weren't there to teach their sons and daughters guided aggression. They weren't taught that. Like, guess what? When you played volleyball in high school, when you spiked on somebody's fucking head, you were pretty fucking aggressive about it, weren't you?
Yeah.
Were you angry?
No, I wasn't angry.
No, you was just fucking pumped.
Like, bitch.
Let's get it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you and rip your face off. Oh, I hate you. No, it was aggression because you're getting it done. It's the aggression that needs to be in sports. So anger doesn't always mean aggression. And just because people are ignorant doesn't mean that the definition and the understanding of the word changes. People being ignorant about what aggression is doesn't change what aggression truly is.
Okay, and that's true.
So,
however, if that's what they're being taught, then of course it's
if that's what they're being taught, guess what? If people were teaching people that the fucking world is flat, that doesn't mean when I say draw me a picture of the earth that I want people to draw flat pictures. It's like, well, no, what I'm saying is true. Just like the world is fucking round. And if you think differently, then you're fucking wrong and need to learn more or have more statistics behind it. So guess what? The whole thing behind, and even that whole flat earth shit is really a lot more than we think it is. But anyway, agreed. Being aggressive is being focused, being going after what you got, right? So we should have aggression. Men should have more aggression. Women should have less aggression towards men.
And men should have less aggression towards women.
Yes, but this isn't what I'm trying to tell you right now is that for us to be a team, like me and you are a team, is like, guess what comes out best for us is that we became better as a team.
Talk about that some, Manny. Hey, Manny. Hey.
Manny, what's good, brother? So what makes us better is I am more aggressive about focusing on the things that matter for our family. You are less aggressive towards me. In all reality, the aggression in our relationship has never really been a me towards you thing. Initially, our issue was an aggression you towards me thing. Agreed?
No, it was resentment. That's what it was.
So regardless of what it came up, when we're talking about aggression in the form of anger, resentment, anger, whatever you want to call it, it was a thing towards me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I had fought fire with fire, how would that have worked out for us?
Nook, if you buck, bitch.
Oh, and then how would that? Okay, and then also how would that have worked out for us?
I would have got my licks in though.
No, you wouldn't. You like if we was Fox, if we was
I would
honestly.
have caught your ass while you sleep because I know you could beat me. That's what.
Okay, Fox. So if you caught me while I was asleep,
and then you would have had three of them at least when you woke up.
at most
I'd have been
3,
quick. I'd have
not
been
at
quick.
least, at most.
I'd have been quick.
You would have got 3 shots in, and then you'd be a t-shirt, a fucking
quick.
t-shirt. So, but that's what I'm getting at about. So that's the thing about aggression. So if people are learning something different about aggression, and my point is, if people are learning something different about aggression, that ain't my fucking problem that they're being taught wrong. This is Uncle Legend teaching you that aggression is supposed to be guided aggression.
Okay.
It's supposed to be guided aggression towards your goals and this and that. You shouldn't be aggressive towards your spouse. Men or women, you shouldn't be aggressive towards your spouse. So as a woman, when you find out that your man isn't aggressively attacking goals or aggressively meeting things that he's not meeting to upset you, that doesn't mean meet him with more fucking aggression.
Now, go ahead. Finish that statement.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to talk about the women. So you go ahead. Finish that.
Well, yeah, so it doesn't mean meet them with aggression because you're trying to fight fire with fire. And what I'm saying about aggression is a masculine trait means that if they're like if something is 100% fire, you're 50% fire, and you try to fight that thing, it's going to outfire you. You get what I'm saying? So, for instance, if we have a battle of just sheer aggression, it turns into anger, which turns into a physical altercation, which misguided aggression, like Kev said, is misguided aggression ends in combat.
Is that a definition, Kevin?
No, he's just saying.
No. Let's go.
Oh yeah. So misguided aggression ends in combat. Who wins in combat? Who are you going to out when aggression reaches to that level?
Combat. I don't have the skill.
So that's what I'm saying is like when it reaches that level.
I have the skill of hood fight. That's all I have.
I also have the skill of hood fight, and I have this.
And so you have both of them. You have both of those things.
See, look, you can't like this. This is your aggression. You got scared by a damn dog. Shaking.
I didn't get scared. I'm like, what the hell she doing? That's what I was thinking. I didn't get scared. I ain't never scared.
Anyway,
scared of bugs though.
Yeah. So misguided aggression ends in combat. So what I'm saying is like if you go from that level, you talk about that. It's like what I'm saying is since aggression is a male trait, usually aggression is a male trait. Males are usually bigger than females. Males are usually stronger than females. Usually, all things considered, if we have the same amount of training, we're the same weight, we're the same height, everything concluded, I'm probably going to beat you up. If we fight. It's a good chance. I'm just stronger than you. Like we have the same amount of training, the same amount of skill, everything is equal. The only difference in us, hair length, everything else is that you are a woman. Chances are, yeah, it's just physiology inside, this and that. Chances are, if we fight, I'm going to be stronger than you. Which in turn, if we have the same skill set, I have a more likely outcome of victory. So that's what I mean by you're not going to outman a man.
Yeah. Okay,
that's what I mean about
physical. I thought you meant that, we're just sitting here.
No, when I'm talking about aggressive traits.
Beat our chest and be a man. Or whatever.
Also, that if you think it's that, it's also not going to work, and you can blame it on the patriarchy or whatever you said.
But what I was going to say to women, so you stated what men need to do in order to bring this thing together, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so women also, even though I understand the passion in which we go about being heard, being not forgotten, being understood as far as, hey, I have this idea, respect me, being respected, all of that, we still now become to a level where it is outrageous. And that's why a lot of us, to be honest, are single, okay?
Yeah.
And so with that, I do think we need to learn how to take that down a notch, or probably 5. Take it down about 5 notches, because it's okay. So now we're in a place where they know our value-ish, right? So they know what we can do, right? So they see it all around them. So if you have a boyfriend or something, their man's girl probably take care of them, okay? So we can all agree with that because society has flipped now. So we no longer have to be in the place, well, when in the workforce is different. The fight in the workforce is different. But we're talking about with our partner. So I don't believe that we're at a place now where they don't know what we can do. I think they do know now.
I just want to make sure that you're clear about knowing what you're capable of and knowing what your value is completely two separate things.
That's why I just said what we can do. That's why I separated it. So knowing value, no, I don't believe that most men know a woman's true value.
Just like women don't know men's true value. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. So that's totally separate from what I'm saying. So what I am saying, though, is that they know now, they see what we can do. So I think that now we don't have to roar as loud here. We can take that fight to the workplace, of course. That's something totally different. Business and all that is different. Keep doing what you do. But when you come home to your partner, I think that has to be totally different. But it has to be with somebody, because men are thought of as the household leader. It has to be with somebody who is deserving of that, because women have been subordinate and submissive for a very long time. Recent times, no, I can agree with that. But because these men don't know how to be men and or lead, whatever that may be for y'all not doing it. So
I get it, but
we have to be more submissive. That is true. And I am one to tell you that I ain't the submissive kind. Okay. I won't say I'm not the submissive kind. I would say I haven't been the submissive kind. I haven't been the one, because especially out of my not last relationship, but my previous marriage. Like I was submissive then, but after that, no, I was like, hell no, no more of this. Hell no, we won't go. That's me. I wasn't gonna do none of that shit. But then I had to learn, he came around and he softened me up a bit. There's some things that I obviously had to learn and still am learning about myself and or our relationship and or to be his partner, right? So I think that we really have to get off the defense because we've all been hurt. Who hurt you? That's what it feels like. That's what it seems like all the time. Who hurt you? We're always on the defense, and we have reason to be defensive. I'm not saying we don't, but I do think that if you do have a partner that's worth your while, you don't have to be. It is okay to drop the bags down and let him pick them up. That's all I'm saying.
The add on that, for some clarification, is that if you don't have a partner that's worth your while, get out the fucking relationship.
Get out. Don't sit here and say, I've been with him for 15 or for 6 years.
With the lies, the cheating, the whatever.
Don't do it. That's you. That is no longer his problem. That is
That's
your
a you thing.
problem. It's not even a you thing. That is your issue that you need to remove yourself from because you deserve better. That is a self-worth issue for you. Not him. He is never going to respect who you are. And men, she is never going to respect who you are or understand who you are. So just leave. Do yourself a favor and save your years you're about to waste.
The fuck up out of it.
Get the fuck out.
Eject. Get out of there.
Get out.
I think we got to go ahead and hit the sensitivity shit on another podcast because we ain't going to get to the sensitivity.
Yeah, because you spend the whole first half talking about fucking Captain America.
I spent 5 fucking minutes on Captain America, and you over here caping for women.
Look, part 2 coming up. Next podcast, we're gonna continue this conversation. We just been in way too long. Almost been 2 hours now, too.
Yeah, we're an hour and a half in. So So realistically, the thing comes down to that whole shit really comes down to balance, right? So as you sit there and talk about and this is the thing for women to understand too. Along because I'm addressing men with this is that if you want a woman to exude her femininity, exude your masculinity, not misguided aggression, not let me pump my chest out like an alpha.
But men don't know what that means. Masculinity.
Fine, I get to it. So women don't know what femininity mean. I think that shit mean cook and clean. So realistically, you got women walking around here and fucking that look just like goddamn dudes talking about they're acting like dudes, doing everything. If you're mimicking what you think a man is, then what the fuck you think it is? Like you could tell what society thinks a man is by looking at studs. That's what society thinks a man is. A man just means that it's like, I don't wear no makeup. I don't care as much about this, that, and the third. And I'm not talking about these elite studs that look great and when they wear feminine clothes or something like that. I'm talking about the studs that you thought it was a fucking dude because she had she had the titties taped down and you had no idea. Nothing else alluded to you that was a dude. That's what society thinks that a man is. In the same way that I will go out and fight tooth and nail about the fact that being a woman isn't just saying I fucking identify as a woman. It's the same thing that I would say about a man is that just because you throw on some clothes, sag your pants, throw a do-rag on doesn't mean you're a black man. Just because you cut your hair short and you wear a fucking
white man.
A collar, or white man, or throwing a collar shirt, Chinese this and that, that don't, none of that shit makes you a man, right? Like, I'm gonna tell you what a man is. Being a man and the experience of being a man is a whole different journey that every man goes through, and we continue learning of forever. Men, we usually don't figure it out until our 30s, if you really want to be honest. But being a man is just that. When you just starting off with just being a man means I'm an adult fucking male, right? She's an adult fucking female. That's what makes her a woman. Now we get into like whether she's good, whether she's this, whether she's that, whether she's fair, whether she's not, whether I'm this, whether I'm masculine, whether I'm this, whether
that's
I'm
not
that.
What makes me a woman.
All that shit. No, that's what makes you. That's the definition of what makes you a woman.
Okay, so
science, and then when we talking about what makes you, the experience of a woman is something that I could never explain. You know what I mean? I'm every woman and all that other shit that you're doing over there. You know what I'm saying? That's a you thing. And for me as a man, just telling you that, like, as men, we're supposedly. So as a man, it's going to be different things in every situation. But as a man leading, because I believe that men should lead a relationship. If you don't, That don't mean you got to be all hyped up and be like, well, men shouldn't do this and that. Well, fuck you. I'm not talking to you, right? Like I'm talking to everybody else who's in a similar relationship to how I'm in, where the man leads the relationship. I believe that a man should lead a relationship, and leadership doesn't mean fucking dictatorship. Dictatorship and leadership are two different things. That's a type of leadership, but that's not the type of leadership I'm talking about. A man's leadership is servant leadership. That's how you lead, right? And Kevin said, boom. Neither one of you ever stop learning from and about each other.
And yourself. Well,
he said, oh, yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. Learning from and about each other. If anyone, if you can continue learning, you'll last forever. And that's the thing is you always continue learning because people continue growing, right? So the man that I was at 25 ain't the man that I was at 35, ain't the man that I'm going to be at 45, and same for my wife. She's not going to be that woman. The woman she was at 25 ain't the woman that she was at 35, ain't the woman that she will be at 45. But the thing about us is that...
Oof, only one. Oof.
Yeah, you're going to be fine.
Coming up there.
You're going to be fine, though. You're going to be fine. I got you.
Fox noises.
But the thing is about it that we got to keep learning, we got to keep growing, and we got to be able to have these conversations without people getting in their fucking feelings and sitting here saying like, "Oh, well, it's this, well, it's that."
Because
and I
everybody
think this.
feel wrong.
Yeah, everybody feel wrong. If you feel if the conversation that we had made you feel defensive, or you felt like, oh, in any point that you was feeling like angry or something like that. Kev said, like, fine wine. You know what I'm saying? If the conversation that we had today made you feel any type of way, for any type of reason, you need to do some fucking soul searching because you have an issue. Because me and my wife, who had this conversation, have zero issues with each other.
Yeah,
we did not, at no point in this conversation do we feel as though we disrespected each other. At least I don't feel as though we did.
I don't feel like.
Yeah, so we don't feel as though we disrespected each other. We don't feel as though.
We have cuddles.
Yeah, we about to cuddle and go to sleep. Like the TV probably not even going on in the bedroom. I'm about to join the men's row team. Stroke. But that don't got nothing. I'm on the men's row team. It's my new workout. It's back day tomorrow.
Oh, wait.
Blowing your
now
back out day.
Now.
All right, now we got problems. So all that shit I said, just throw it out the window. But anyway, before that, we're going to get in the can make this shit up. We're going to do the...
oh, shoot. I was like, yeah, okay.
You had the gun in your head?
Of course.
You got one? All right. Boom. So they can't make this shit up. Let's do it. So a lady in New York was attacked by a rabid fox. Explain yourself and explain your people.
Some family.
Nah, you wouldn't have took no L like that to Karen.
Rogue ass. Hell nah, especially not to a Karen.
Yo.
And maybe some rogue ass wannabe ass family member.
Let me tell you something.
Let
me tell you something.
It damn sure wasn't none of me.
Hey,
I ain't taking no L or no Karen.
She got in her Louis duffel. Like, let me tell you something. Karen,
it was a good punt though. I liked it.
Karen was not having it.
I liked it. It was a good
Karen
punt.
had enough of everyone's shit, and she said, "Fuck it."
But I don't know. The damn fox just came out and just ran up to her and started biting the shit.
All right, boom. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and rock this shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. I can't play it because it's in.
It doesn't matter.
Oh no, I can't open it. All right.
Great. Oh, thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you for sticking with us. We appreciate that.
All right, boom.
Absolutely.
Here you go. If you're looking at the chat right now, you're looking at it on the screen. Not for the Instagram chat. Y'all have to look at this one. But here you go. If you're on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, this fox ran up on her. Boom, slow-mo kick.
First of all, it ain't me.
Boom.
Let's get that all the way together.
Not my fox, because my fox would have came with a pistol.
All the way together.
Look at her working this fox.
I don't even need the pistol.
Look at working this fox. Look at her. The fox jumped in the chest. Swinging her. Throw it in the air like a helicopter. North Carolina. Look, and then here come the husband.
Then daddy come out.
Hey, masculine energy. Kill it and wear that motherfucker, boy. You know what I'm saying? Throw that shit into a hat. Look how the fox roll up. Do. Who you talking to? Yeah,
he just
bitch. I heard you talking shit. You was over here talking shit about me. Get off of me. Nah, bitch. I'm telling you. No, I heard you talking shit. You want to go ahead and get me out of here? Nah, you can't throw me like that. I'm back. Slow mo kick. Right there. You saw how he flipped and landed on his feet. I'm back. I'm coming for you, Karen. I'm coming for you, Karen. You want to hold that parking spot for Kimberly? Bring your ass on over here, boy.
That is
Yo,
Look how she turned around. She spinning around.
Let me tell you something.
That was, you know what, that workout right there. I know she was out of breath.
Oh yeah, look at the end of this. After she kick him again, and then old boy come with the stick. The Fox like, oh shit, he got a stick. He was properly prepared.
I don't think it was the
look
stick.
how exhausted
I think it was the fact
was.
that it was 2 against 1, and it was like, yo, fuck this, I'm out.
Nah, I think.
No, I don't think it was a stick. I think
You
it was
know
2
what?
against 1.
It was that masculine energy.
Anyway. He should have been out there if that was the case. He should have
What?
let his
Man
wife
supposed to be everywhere?
get bit 40 times before he brought his ass
Even though
outside.
you don't know what he was doing, he might have been doing his honeydew list. He in there cleaning the damn hair out of the drains and shit like that because the drains clogged up and she out here.
Possibly.
You saw how that dude came up running? He putting on Bengay for the next 7 days.
He had to go run and find that stick.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No,
was
he
an
grabbed that
iron
stick on the
stick.
way. He
That was an
was
iron
coming.
stick.
He grabbed that stick. That shit was right by the door. He came out there running. That man gonna be. So you saw his hips? His hips was, that boy had no mobility. He hurting. Can't make that shit up. So
was the
Fox,
worst.
why your people out here attacking humans?
I ain't taking no human.
No, why your people out here attacking humans? Angered aggression directed in the right way. God bless America, Kevin. God damn it. That's right. That's angered aggression.
That was on the woman's part.
Yeah, that was right. That was when she put her aggression in the right place. Not saying she don't need aggression. She had her aggression and she beat that Fox ass.
You know what? I think at the end of the day, men and women just need to learn how to be. I think learning ourselves would help us
Learn
with
ourselves
each
first
other.
because that's the only way you can learn balance.
And
Because learning
yes,
balance is
to
knowing who
help
I
us be
am
with
to
each
know
other. Yes.
what balances me.
Yes, and we don't take that time to really learn ourselves
Because,
we feel like
yeah.
number one, time is too short, and number
Time
two,
is short.
everybody that we meet, we change it. So there are some people that's meant for us to be friends with or to learn
Some
a
people
lesson
here-
from, and we choose to. Oh, we're gonna be in a relationship with them.
Some
No,
people
they
here
ain't
for a
whatever.
reason. Some people here for a season.
That's a whole nother podcast. Anyway,
Mm.
so
I'm cooking out here, boy.
for sure. Late though. Gun to your head.
What it do? What the business is.
So this one was sent in.
Oh Lord.
I'm going to see if I can.
I
do
mean,
this
I don't like it
correctly.
already.
I'm going to see if I can send this correctly. Gun to your head.
Help.
Okay, so it says, gun to your head. Would you rather give head?
Take a look.
Take
It's in a
head.
book. Reading Rainbow.
No, it's not spelled correctly, or it's a typo. With someone with a rigid, bumpy tongue, or sex with a dry cooch.
Yo,
Like dry, like ain't no lubrication.
butterflies in the sky.
So you're gonna
I
do.
could fly twice as high.
You're gonna get head from somebody
Take a look.
with a rigid, bumpy
It's in the book.
tongue, but it's wet.
Reading
no, it's
Rainbow.
super wet.
Okay, wet, bumpy tongue.
Rigid, bumpy tongue.
Rigid, bumpy tongue. Okay, I'm getting here. Rigid, bumpy tongue.
Or sex with a cooch that is Sahara Desert dry. Like,
Yeah.
ain't no lubrication to that.
Yeah, let me just hit you with the logic
Ain't no
approach.
lubrication to that.
Let me hit you with the dry approach.
Nah, ain't no lubrication to that. Your spit ain't gonna work, and
Nah.
that's disgusting. I
Okay,
hate
that's
that.
that's too easy. That's too easy. Too easy. Give me, fucking Rocky Mountain tongue. That shit wet. I'm running with it. Like, boom, you ain't even got to do all the crazy shit with your tongue. You just got to slide that motherfucker through. And it's, that shit like driving on a rumble strip. I'm just driving my dick on a wet rumble strip.
That's what you.
I'm in. What you mean? What you mean? That is a no-brainer. So you got a rigid, bumpy tongue. Long as that shit ain't bumpy from monkeypox or STD.
It don't matter what it's just wet and bumpy. It didn't say.
Well, no,
what it was
monkeypox
from.
changes everything. No, come
It
on,
didn't
that
say what-
ain't fair.
It
That
didn't
ain't
say
fair.
what it was from. You just know. You wouldn't know anyway. It just. Wet.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know
Monkeypox?
monkeypox
Over there.
tongue. You wouldn't know monkeypox tongue. You don't
That shit
know.
spread.
You would. Okay, you'll know afterwards. Now, won't you?
No, I know
Yeah,
beforehand.
you won't know.
When you open up and that shit look like Predator and a little person come out with a tongue too.
It is bumpy to noticeably bumpy, rigid and bumpy tongue. Okay, a rigid and bumpy tongue.
Man, I ain't trying to get circumcised for the second time in old Sahara pussy, old 40 grit sandpaper box. You know what I mean? So I ain't really about that life, 40 grit sandpaper. Nah, so it is what it is, man.
And who
Can't
said in the
support.
chat? Who said in the chat? Dry, just spit on it. That's not gonna work. And why? Wait, why do y'all think?
Yeah, what's your choice?
spit-
What's your choice?
Why y'all think spit is lubrication? It is not. That shit is. Oh my god.
Oh,
Well,
because
not some women like that shit. I don't know.
first of all, this
First
is
of
why
all,
men
I
think spit
don't
is
like
lubrication.
it.
This
I
is why
don't
men
like
think
that
spit is
shit.
lubrication. You want to know why?
Disgusting.
This is a rhetorical question.
Wait.
You want to know why? Because all that shit is jump starter. That's a jump starter. That's like when I hooked the jumper cables up because your alternator was acting kind of funky because the diode went bad. You go ahead and crank that shit up. Your car run
No.
because the juice is gonna start flowing. He assuming the juice is gonna start flowing.
No.
He going off experience. That cup empty. Guess what? It ain't
I had a
lubricated.
sip. I had a
It ain't
sip.
lubricated.
I had sipping them.
Sahara, what you doing? Is you getting?
Listen,
is you getting
So
the
why y'all
bean?
can't just do what it takes to get it lubricated? First of all, that's number one. Do that instead of
Was that
putting
an
the
option?
saliva
Was that an
on it.
option or was it all gun to your head?
But
What you
that's
doing?
all I'm saying.
What you
I
doing?
asked the question, you answered it, so now let me rebuttal. Okay.
What?
The mouth is a wet from spit. Even the word spit is just like, why you? Why is you? Don't do that. Don't disrespect my tulip like that. You ain't been on nothing. Okay.
All right.
Disgusting.
What is you doing, man? What is you
What
doing?
I'm doing.
What is you doing? You over here with Rocky Road tongue?
Oh, I'm screwing somebody with a Sahara Desert coochie.
No, your coochie Sahara Desert. Old boy brought the
Well, we what?
motherfucking hammer. I'm talking about old boy done showed up with foot and a half of dick and foot around and this is what he showed up with and you dry.
I'm gonna do it, and I'm dry.
Yeah, what,
Okay.
how else would that work? How else would that conversation work?
And I'm dry. I thought you just meant just for the hammer or whatever. I'm gonna do a couple of sit-ons a couple times.
Oh. But so I'm just saying. So how else would it work? It's up like, oh, her pussy dry? Don't matter.
No, D'Amico. Okay, no. Okay. Fuck.
Anyway, so what you doing? So
I
you
am.
got Sahara. So you got Sahara box. An old boy got the old boy. They got the fucking tongue. What we doing?
The rigid bumpy tongue.
Rigid. What we doing?
And we don't know what it's bumpy from either. Oh no, I'm gonna take bumpy tongue, but wait, I'm gonna have to take that
I
on
got
top. I'm gonna take that on top. You know, I'm gonna just take that on top.
Bumpy Johnson tongue?
On top, yes, clitoris only. I'm gonna take that on clitoris only. Don't stick nothing in nowhere. I don't care how long your tongue is. It could be like kiss. I don't want it. I don't want to do that. No, on top. That's what we doing. We that you're gonna take that rigid ass tongue, wet rigid tongue, and go on top on clitoris. That's it. But I cannot. You ain't sticking that tongue inside though. I'm good on all that. It spits back. D'Amico, we not doing that. That's not why. So maybe y'all might think some women, not all women like. No, women don't like that. Some women don't. Most women don't like that shit. We can get wet by ourselves. If you gotta do all of that, that means you are not getting it where it needs to be. You need to spend more time getting it where it needs to be. Okay, that's a you thing. That's not a us thing. Okay, you need to get it to where it needs to be. All right, all that. Don't do that. That's disgusting. And don't you better not never. Ain't nobody better not ever do some shit like that. We fighting after that. Ain't no on me.
So first of all, you just said spit.
Because of the comments in the chat.
All right. Well, go ahead and tell you this. When we perform cunnilingus, guess what that is?
So what you not finna do is different. That is different. Okay? And I'm probably already there.
So
Or
what
I
I'm
will
saying
get
is
there
this.
in the middle of
what
it.
I'm saying is this too. This is the
But you
thing
ain't
too.
finna. You ain't gonna
Is
do that.
is that what your question was?
No, I'm responding to what he said. I already answered the gun to your head.
So that wasn't what your question was. So my thing is this.
I didn't ask a question. I didn't ask a question.
I know you're gonna be over here with monkeypox box, but
Monkeypox box.
a monkeypox box,
Go
monkeypox fox box. But the thing is this: the reason, you know, why men will just spit on when they do just spit on it, kind of like that. You know why they do it?
You only gave us 2 choices.
No, you had 3 choices. No, you had 3 choices.
Yeah, you could have shot yourself.
Shoot
in the
your
head.
fucking self.
You could have killed yourself. All right.
That's the other choice you had. But
3 choices.
this is the you know why men do that? Because human beings are inherently lazy. It's the same reason why a lot of times women do absolutely nothing.
He said, "No pussy is worth that."
Shooting, he said,
It's worth what? It's worth what exactly, Kevin? What is
So people are inherently lazy. It's the same reason why men don't put in that type of effort, because women, you would agree, probably need more stimulation than men, right?
Yes.
Women put in 0 fucking effort the majority of the
For
time.
their own stimulation?
No, towards a man's
I was
stimulation.
about to say, wait, what we supposed to do for our own? We know what we supposed to do for our own, but if you're there,
No, y'all
like,
don't
what the
always
fuck
know
are you
that
there
either.
for?
Y'all don't always know that either.
I'll be damned. Like,
What?
Is this a child not knowing themselves?
Not knowing themselves?
Not being able to make themselves lubricated?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a vagina. I know a whole lot of women who have never had an orgasm before.
Okay, so that's totally different from making yourself lubricated. Those women still get lubricated. Those women still feel pleasure,
I don't
even
know.
if they haven't had an orgasm.
Maybe they got a disorder or some shit. I bet you it's some dry
That's
pussy disorder.
That's not. No,
I bet you it's a dry
not.
pussy disorder. It's a
Yeah,
disorder for
yeah,
everything.
it is a dry. That one's a dry pussy. That's not the name of it.
I know that's not the fucking medical term for a dry pussy disorder. If you suffer from dry pussy disorder, buy 1030, 10W30 motor oil.
Kevin, so get it bumpy. You're going to have whatever, or you're going to have chafed dick. Which one is whatever?
Boy, I'm telling you right there. This is why the dry pussy was out the question for me. Because anybody who has had to work out, especially if you've been in the military, you done had to work out in the water and then got sand in them low ass shorts. And I'm saying, and that sand and rubbed your thighs together. And they ain't let you use none of the lube, none of the rub, none of the anti-chafing cream. And it was just eating that ass up. Roll over and beat off onto her back. God damn, Kev, you're a savage, sir.
Do what you got to do. Hopefully she's satisfied.
What I'm going to tell you is this.
Are you married?
Is you had 2 choices and a gun in your head. So sound like you shot, sir.
He shot.
You shot, sir. You need to stick it into that rocky road. Sticking into that rocky road.
He shot.
Go into the desert. Do your first IA in Afghanistan or Iraq. Or, sir, you're getting a bullet to the fucking
Ain't
head.
no spit. Nobody want
Ain't
that
no spit.
shit.
But that's what I
Nobody
do.
like that shit. What the fuck that?
Yo, it's the same thing. It's just like the same way that women hate for us to say a whole bunch of. Just imagine
You
that.
my bang.
Bang. Yeah. Okay.
You going, buddy. You go, buddy.
See you later, Kev. It's been real, bro. Been a pleasure to know you. But it's the same.
The rest of it, what y'all doing? The rest of y'all in here, a lot of y'all in here. What's up?
Everybody in here wild quiet. Like, this has nothing to do with me.
I don't want to.
I'm just gonna sit in
wanna
this chat.
answer.
All these people just gonna
You
pretend.
taking rigid head from somebody with a rigid, bumpy tongue, okay? And they can go either way,
Gang,
male or
gang.
female, okay? Or men, y'all messing with somebody with a Sahara, or women, you taking it from a pipe that is long.
I'm talking about
Okay,
not just long.
with the Sahara. What's
Not
up?
just long. I'm talking about, and he ain't coming in gentle. He coming with that rabbit punches. That shit look like this right there. This was going in. So there you go. Those are your choices.
Eggplant.
Eggplant, actual eggplant. When y'all be driving them eggplant emojis, motherfuckers showed up with eggplant.
I was like, we ate eggplant before, and I was like,
I don't even like that.
I don't want that in me.
Not
I
that
don't want that. I don't want that. You so
Yeah, I'm done with this fucking podcast. I'm done with this shit. Fuck all y'all. I'm out of here.
Instagram out.
Yeah, Instagram live done died. Fuck it, we done. We done
Oh,
rolled
we
this shit
way
out
over.
way longer.
It's too damn
We done
long.
did this 2 damn podcasts. We might drop this as a part 1 and part 2, so I could
Probably.
skip
And
out.
We got to do part 3 apparently because we ain't done. We ain't done. We are not done because y'all miscalculating.
Miscalculating.
Women.
You can't even do math.
I could do basic math.
Well, women ain't basic math. Let me tell you, goddamn thing about science. You want to ask?
I can do algebra. We ain't not
Algebra?
gonna do that.
What's
I can
algebra?
do some algebra.
Is that like algebra for hoodlums?
We finna do algebra. That's what I'm gonna.
So when you ask yourself about parenting, who's STEM and who's ELA in this conversation?
I'm definitely ELA.
Fucking ELA over here. Anyway,
If you put it on paper, I got you.
unless it's a math problem.
We ain't doing no word problems. I'm done. Tommy has. That's it. That's all I know. I'm done.
Tommy has 8 apples. Well, why don't he fucking eat them?
Eat them apples. I don't even feel like closing this.
Fuck it, I got it. Hold on, let me try and hit my Fox voice.
Fox voice.
Psych. Thank you for coming to Uncle Legends Corner. We
Close
appreciate
enough.
you for coming to listen, coming to hang out with us, this and that, hear our crazy opinions. If you thought that our opinions were great,
This and that.
leave us a note. Leave us an
A
email.
note. We're gonna write it on sticky note.
Yeah, you can leave me a
Post it
sticky
on the
note.
computer
You
or
might
your
know
phone.
me. You might see me leave a sticky note on my desk at work. But yeah, if you enjoyed the podcast, if you didn't enjoy the podcast, whatever, go ahead, send it to askunclelegend@gmail.com. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. What you doing, Fox? You don't like the way I close it? So let us know what you like, what you don't like. Tell us what you want to hear more of. I hear my boy Kev. He said more Captain America. I will shit
my God.
on Captain America. I will grab another
Add you.
superhero.
We're gonna add you, Kevin, if you don't mind.
Kev, go ahead and shoot me a
fuck
DM
that.
if you
Fuck
still
that.
got my number.
Fantastic Fantastic We're gonna add
Fantastic
Fantastic
Fanter. Oh.
Fanter.
Oh, he already on board for it.
Hell yeah, we're gonna
Anyway.
add Fantastic Fanter.
Before we can get out of this one, thank you for listening to Uncle Legends Corner. Me and Fox really enjoy it. We appreciate y'all coming. We appreciate y'all support, everything y'all got. And we will do some overtime after this, but we are done with this podcast. Thank you very much for listening. Peace. Say peace, Fox.
Peace.
Damn, Fox. Anyway, this is overtime. If y'all got anything for us, we're going to keep this
We
one short
stopped the
because we had the 2 hour.
recording.
We,
Oh my God,
the
we
audio's
been
done.
doing 2 hours. Y'all cutting in my sleeping time.
fucking hours. And Fox got to get up to the gym.
fucking
And
hours.
tomorrow is
I was just about to say,
today was chess.
we just did leg day
Oh, no,
2
tomorrow's
days
back.
ago. Exactly.
Tomorrow's back. Tomorrow's back.
Exactly. We got more
Back
body
day.
parts.
Pull.
I'll make a wrist day if I have to instead of doing leg.
I got something you can use your wrist day on.
Yay.
Shake weight. Get your shake weight on.
Don't you made me sick.
Anyway, I think,
Can't
man,
stand
damn,
you.
what the
Like-
fuck? We was sitting there talking about this shit. The crazy shit is we was talking about, well, we ain't got nothing for the podcast. We was at the gym. Today was chest day. We ain't going in the
Nothing.
morning because somebody was
We've
dead to
been
the world.
So tired. Okay. We
No.
haven't even- I have
No.
been so tired.
Yes.
I didn't even plan. I was like, we didn't have a meeting about the podcast or anything. I was like, oh shit.
We were trying to talk in the gym, but then somebody caught attitude with me because they didn't want to push no more weights off their chest.
because we normally do 5 different exercises. It was 4. Now he went up to 5, and now all of a sudden we did 7 today. I'm like,
First of all,
I was done talking to him. I'm through with him. I was like, fuck this.
First of all,
Don't
you
say
ain't never
nothing
through
to
with
me
me.
until
I'm
I'm
life,
done.
baby. Death Row Records. But anyway, for anybody who works chest, if you want to get a good chest workout in, you have to do something for flat bench, something for incline, something for decline. And then you have to do the associated flies with that. So you got to do
Anybody who
downward
work out,
flies.
anybody who work out
upward
knows
flies,
you
inward
using
flies.
arms. It's arms day. For all of that you using your chest for, it's fucking arms day.
So for everybody who lift weights, you also know to lift fucking weights with your upper body, you got to use arms.
So fuck them arms. Why we just can't lift stuff like this? That's chest day. Chest.
So what the fuck would we be doing with
I
that?
don't fucking know.
Grab the mic.
Something.
Grab the mic so everybody can hear your foolishness. So we just gonna lay weights on our chest and do this.
It works the same way.
No, you will fuck your goddamn So what you gonna do? How much weight you could do with that? What muscle would that
lot.
work out?
A fucking lot.
Yo. So anyway, triceps got more than one head.
All this is working today.
Yo. On her fly, she had to use bicep.
Like,
Oh no.
all this X-Men shit, pulling this shit up. All that shit.
That's why you ain't got no mic. Can't nobody hear what you saying anyway. So y'all just saw Fox fussing with her face. That shit don't mean nothing. For all those of y'all still popping in, the podcast's over. This is just Fox fussing because
Why y'all always pop in after the podcast? Y'all have nothing else to do. Y'all might as well go Uncle Legends Corner, hit the link tree, and you see all the goddamn podcasts y'all missed. We've been doing this
go
for
watch the podcast.
a whole year, but we got about 2 or 3 years worth of podcasts.
Yo, at the end of the day, if you sitting here sliding in because you sneaking, because you some Mia Fox old
It's
work.
a lot of them looking with your looking
With your
It's
looking
okay.
ass.
It's
If y'all are
okay.
old work, it's cool.
Okay. We appreciate
It's
it.
cool. We appreciate it. Because you know what?
Want to be worked. Don't forget.
You know what I'm saying? Want to be work.
Wanna be work.
You know what I'm saying? Putting in applications but didn't show up for the interview ass work.
Show up for the interview.
You ain't trying that shit. We all right.
You're bad.
No. Hey, players fuck up, huh? Yeah. I'm 6 hours behind y'all. God damn, my boy D Brown. What's happening, big fella?
Hi. Hello, sir.
Bro,
How are
you back? I figured you was back. I didn't know if you was just bullshitting,
Wait,
not
6
doing
hours
your
behind?
job.
Where is that? That's so
He in
weird.
Hawaii. He with AJ.
Oh, so
Yeah, I do AJ.
they on the same timeline as Netherlands. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, big bro, what's up, bro? Yeah, holla at your boy, man. Bang my line, this, that, da. You know, we ain't heard from you. You done came back out here living your best life.
Glad you all right. All right.
Hey, D'Amico, let me just talk about first of all. D'Amico,
Okay.
first of all, me and you need to have a conversation.
Wait, let me make sure before I sell him out real quick. Slide this up a little bit. Slide that up a little bit.
Hey, you don't know how to use no Apple equipment because you're an Android.
It's foolish. That's why. Go up a little bit more. They still saying shit.
Man, I got you. That's it. That was the last one. He just said, bet I got you.
Whoever said spit, that's who I would before I sell him out.
Who you talking about? That's Kev Mallory.
Oh, Kev. Okay. You
Let me hear Kev
I was
like
about
that.
to sell
Kev
you
Cole.
out, D'Amico, but it's Kev, so I'm
Damn.
gonna sell Kev out though.
Yeah. Anyway, D'Amico, I know you 6 hours because remember when I called like a great mentor, I wanted to hit my boy in line, see how he doing, congratulate him, this, that, and the third. And nobody had time for me. But I ain't hold that against you when you called with low. You just called me before a podcast. But I love you, brother. I love you. Absolutely. Unconditional. We gotta catch up though. Real talk, we gotta catch up. We about to come out there. We're gonna come out there this year. We got some other trips to make, but we're gonna come out this year because you know AJ just got a new place. So I'm
trying to get him to go out there. We haven't taken our honeymoon yet, so
we ain't take a honeymoon
we got married
because
in March because I don't have no PTO.
this motherfucker got 15 minutes of PTO. All she could do is take a long lunch. So she could add 15 minutes to a fucking lunchtime.
It's building.
Babe,
it's
when
building now.
Babe, how much PTO you got, Fox?
I got like 4 days.
Holy shit. We going to the we going wherever. We got 4 days.
Well, you know, I got to change in employment too, so
Oh,
I might have to
Lord.
start from zero.
Man, you know what, bro? I don't know when we coming to Hawaii, bro. Fuck it.
No, my birthday, December. My birthday is December 14th. For those of you who want to know and who actually care, which is all of you, because you better. And so, anyway, we're gonna go for my birthday.
Well, I wanted to go before that, but yeah, I get.
You want to go before that? How?
But we had other
Where?
shit. We had other shit pop up.
Like, we got things that we got. Next week we're going, and the month after that we leaving. Like, how are we gonna have time for that?
Yeah. Anyway,
Why do you want? What do you want to do with my birthday? You got something planned special?
I went all out on that fucking.
That was 2 years ago. We ain't doing that.
I went all out,
That
but
was
when I
2 years
proposed
ago.
to you, I ain't
Proposal
recharged
was
yet.
2 years ago. We on something new now.
Hold on, let me flip that. No, hold on, you ain't got that. Flip that up while you talk about what I did. Look at the camera zooming in on the big ass rock.
They can see it from here.
I leave in April trying to get back to the East Coast. Where you trying to go, man? Holla at your boy, man. I do some manning shit down here, man. I can figure some things out, man. Just call me. I got the same fucking number I had since 2002. So the same number that's in your phone, not the burner phone when we was in Guam. My actual cell phone number that you had, not the work phone.
Not his whole line, in other words, the other line.
Fuck this podcast. Anyway, yeah, man. Just either fucking DM me. If you still got my number, hit me. If you got the same number, just hit yes in the line. Just hit yes on here, man. And I'll shoot you a text or something tomorrow or when we get off and get at
D'Amico
you.
know that was a whole line. He already know what time it is.
Wasn't no whole line. I had my work phone and I had my personal phone.
It's not time to be on defensive. We just talked about being defensive.
No,
Women and
I'm
men,
clearing the air.
Women and men need not be defensive with one another.
I ain't say nothing about be defensive. This is
He never had a
targeted
whole line.
aggression.
You right. You right. His regular ass line was the whole line. You right. I got you.
Look, let me tell you
It
something.
ain't no more though. Well, they ain't see that.
This is adulthood. This is emotional
It
maturity.
ain't no more. No.
This is your conscience.
This is all immaturity right now.
This is your conscience.
This is all immaturity. It ain't no more though.
This is what happened. This is what happened when your wife been on the podcast too long and she been drinking port wine. She started bullying people.
Wine from Portugal. It's great.
This is your conscience. Yo, Fox, you don't got no problem with no superheroes?
I don't pay enough attention to them to have problems.
I love how you just become a complete audio fucking moron at the end of a podcast. You just like,
At the end of the podcast, I can act a fool because it's not recorded. Duh.
It ain't on audio. Like, the fuck is...
Who the fuck is out here putting your whole government name out here? What the fuck?
God damn, Demetrius. It ain't like he don't know you know my government name. I go...
Dang. Upstanding citizen. All right. Yeah, sure.
Black men don't cheat.
Anyway, you don't have to do all that. I already know
Fox, we ain't signed the Capital Records.
the nitty-gritties, okay? Trust me. Stop. What are you doing?
Remember your arms
Don't be
you gave up.
aggressive. Do not
This is
be
an aggression.
aggressive. This is aggressive.
Because if you had targeted aggression because you was getting your reps in, if you had targeted aggression from getting your reps in,
Look, anyway, I have 0 arms.
Fox
I
muscles.
have linguini arms today, okay?
you about to have linguini legs in
this
2 days.
thing in my face. They can't see my beautiful face.
Okay, Fox, that's fine. The microphone works like this too.
Oh, somebody was asking me. We not even recording anymore. Somebody was asking me about the crystals that I wear. I forgot. This is an emerald, okay?
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Emerald, prosperity, love, friendship, family, all that good stuff. Help balance all those different.
Gang,
Heart
gang.
chakra, actually.
Gang, gang.
Yeah. It's
Not
even
y'all chakra
recording.
down by y'all damn
It's
private
not
parts, you
even recording,
perverts.
So she's not even going to see this, but whatever. I'll tell her next time.
See this? You mean you're not gonna listen? Oh. The audio,
is
the
not-
video is still the same. The video is still going.
She's probably gone already by now. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Sneak this and ask people in the comments.
Y'all sneak this in the comments.
Men need guided aggression and leg day.
Yep. Look, I'm just gonna tell y'all.
Now,
From
Fox, we'll
women-
say that for a podcast. No, because I know you about to cook. I'm gonna let you cook on that one. Let me put that in notes for next podcast.
What is it?
Let me put that in the podcast.
We not doing that. What is it like that? We not doing that. We not doing that. Okay, fine. You know what the crazy thing is about this guys in our relationship? We like to have a few different conversations, right? And it's hard because most of the great conversations we have, that's why, kind of decided to do the podcast. But the conversations we have to like stop. And that's the hard part because we can't have the conversation. Oh, no, we need to save it for the podcast. Oh, no, we need to. That's crazy.
I mean, you can have the podcast. You can have it. We can have the conversation. I just
But
don't
it's
think
not
we
the
have it.
same, the reactions or the same things that we're going to say. It's not genuine. It's not the same. And you know how I am about being genuine because I'm just a genuine soul. So it's not the same. The reactions, the opinions, the outbursts, none of that is the same when we have to redo it.
My shit the same.
I don't like
Because-
it. It's like one hit a quitter. That's it.
Yeah, with you gotta be that way because you don't do no retakes. You one take
I don't
hold,
like, that's it. I don't like.
one take Fox.
So it's hard. We just.
But what? But
we
so
struggled for a while. Well, I feel like we struggled for a while because we wasn't having conversations anymore. And I'm
then we
like,
just start saying fucking and having the
"Oh, I miss
conversations, and
you."
then we'll hit whatever.
Yeah. I miss you.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
All right, what y'all got? Because it's 11:11. I love you. And because it's time to go, so if y'all ain't got nothing else, we about to leave y'all be. It's 11:11. Y'all need
We
to
out
get up,
here.
Go to work, school.
Because I know we ain't going to the gym in the morning already. That's dead.
Hey, that's dead right now.
If I'm going, I'm going by myself.
I'm gonna take some melatonin and I'm gonna go to sleep. That's what I'm gonna do.
What if I go by myself? You gonna be mad at me?
No, I won't. I'm be sleep at you. Sleep at you.
So what you gonna do when we go to the gym in the afternoon if I go in the morning?
Well, we would normally do the second time around. We've been going 2 days a week.
So you just gonna skip back there?
I could do the back in the first half and whatever we're gonna do for the second half. I don't need to take all that time. I just want to get the shit done and get out of there. You already know how I am. Get it done and get out. The podcast is the only way I can come to the house.
Boy, people be on some bullshit out here, boy. People on some bullshit. You know you gotta come back to the mainland anyway, bro. Come on down here.
When are you coming
Before we
back
move.
to the east? We're gonna be gone in April anyway. So
We're gonna be going to April. We're gonna go buy. I'm gonna go buy another house, figure some shit out, find some place, and then hopefully not go get work somewhere else a year later because of Fox. So I know. All right, we out, man. Peace.
Bye, you
Everybody
guys.
around that's still been
Hit
talking
us
now,
up.
y'all got my number. Bang
text
my line,
us,
man.
right? Text us. Well, these are your people anyway. My people been gone.
My people is your people.
That's true. I love y'all.
This young man right here was at our wedding.
Absolutely, he is my people. Hit thou line.